Good evening, everybody. Welcome to
Good evening, Mr. Bond.
And welcome to...
It wasn't me! It wasn't me!
Or you. Have you not noticed? It's me or you. We seem to take it in turns. Yeah, we do take
everyone
it in
else
turns.
is
We're on the same wavelength.
To the intro. Either way...
Everyone else too much of a dry shine.
Yeah.
Boring. Sorry, Jonathan. You talk away there, son.
Welcome...
Oh, Dennis, actually, I meant to say it to you, actually. Just check the...
3 words. I got 3 words there.
Okay, I'm done now. I promise. I'm done.
I don't promise. I want you living on the edge of your seat.
You're all fucking night. So, guys, welcome back to Future Wrestling. Hopefully you enjoyed our return last week. And obviously some... very interesting developments in that regard from the world title picture and the tournament therein. The tournament starts tonight, guys. Before we get into the show, let's introduce our players tonight. On my left is Kira playing Violet Storm, who, you okay there, Kira? You okay there?
I was hoping not to break down in absolute giggles again this week. So.
Why? What made you breaking down to giggles last week? I don't remember. Was it?
I remember.
My slutting around.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Cutter being a whore. But either way, it was a bit of a big week for Violet Storm.
Oh, yeah.
You cashed in your title contendership, so now you will face the winner of this tournament for the vacant world title. So again, you get to scout a few opponents tonight in our main event, which should be pretty good, pretty exciting. And indeed, one of the people you'll be facing tonight is Mr. James Rage, who had what I would call, and perhaps everyone in the room could agree with me, a lethal amount of sexual tension last week with Cutter. So, would you like to...
We've always wanted to bring more reality into this RPG.
I kind of got that impression, Dennis.
To be fair, James and Dennis are like 2 of the only 3 people that like live in Waterford. So like it's only like necessary that they be the 2. Kev's
I
the
love
other,
seeing
we haven't seen heard
living
from
on RPG. It's
since he
beautiful,
was the
really.
last sex slave. So
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what's going on?
Fair
He's
point.
still doing
Fair
this.
point. So, Jamie, do you have anything to say
Double-check
about this? About how that section went last week?
I mean, I thought it went well. I thought it left a fine impression on the new season, and sooner or later, I'm going to bend that giant bitch over.
That's actually... I'm not. Hold on.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm not getting cancelled for this shit. Hold on.
My mind's telling me no, but my body...
I had, for reference, I had a funny joke that I can't fucking say. You know?
So would you like to say it anyway so I can edit it out? Do you trust
No,
me?
fuck off. No, I don't trust you at all.
Yeah.
Blackmail.
If it will get him cancelled, he probably will edit it out. It's his channel after all.
I won't get him cancelled. Get me cancelled.
No, but it's his channel. Me and Foxy can just like play ignorant and completely back you all the way and say Jonathan coerced you into doing it.
Which is true. I did tell you to say it.
No, it's lost its funniness now. The time
it.
has passed. The time has
The
passed.
time is gone. The moment's gone.
You're just gonna whip it
Yeah.
out at some point, aren't you?
That's my... No, stop!
You're about to say that's my MO.
Again, I look forward to Cutter's new career in professional wrestling. On the left-hand side is the former champion Silver Fox. Bit of a shocker last week, Foxy, has to be said. You lost to Connor Locke, which is a bit of a surprise to everyone, really. All things considered, how you taking the loss?
Baffled.
And again, you yeah.
I got a bit ahead of myself last week.
Yes, it seems
So,
that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be interesting because you face Calpier tonight in the opening round of the tournament. So no pressure. I mean, Calpier was a player character once, so it could be a challenge. You never know. So in the center screen tonight, very much center of attention is Cutter.
Hello.
Yes. So obviously you're free of the Rose family. You're trying to find your new life outside of the cult. How's things going for Cutter right now?
Cutter is trying to find his way when he's just relying on himself and he's kind of mixed up. He doesn't really know what he wants. He knows he wants money to look after his family,
He all
and
has a couple of wants.
he knows he wants James Rage. He
Everything you said.
he's still going after that title,
Yeah.
but motives are not really clear. He's not really known whether he's leaning more good guy than bad guy at the moment, but we'll see how that goes.
I see. That's good. That's something at least. I said we all know you're aiming for the title, but the real prize is James Rage. But either way, on the right hand side then is indeed the man who scored his first big win in Future Wrestling. Conor Locke, played by Dave. Bit of a big deal all the same, beating the former world champion. How do you feel about it?
Good. Again, it was just a tough match to try and roll against, but I think I've undertaken a massive challenge to try and change the perception of Conor Locke. You know what I mean? There's a lot of kind of Brooklyn Brawler perception on Conor Locke. There's that kind of, shit on the shoe kind of perception, so I'm going to try and change that. But no,
I'm not sure people responsible for that sort of perception, but here we are. I mean,
yeah, but it's there. I've got to try and change it. I've got to try and put a persona which can gain the respect of everyone else in the locker room. So yeah, work in progress, but we'll get there.
Indeed. And like you said, you have a great...
any better referring to yourself as the Brooklyn Brawler has upped you in my respects now on that one already. Excellent use of Brooklyn Brawler.
The only use of Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah.
That's just fantastic. You literally just made him relevant again. Well done.
And once again, we pour out a bit of 40 for Steve Lombardi. Yeah, easy dead. I don't know. Anyway,
the best way I could think of it was when The Rock faced the Brooklyn Brawler. I think it was 99 or 2000. I can't remember. When Vince said you're at the bottom of the rung, and I just thought that's what everyone thinks of Conor Locke. Just kind of running out there, getting the shit kicked out of him, and fucking off somewhere.
You do a smashing job of that. In fairness, I can't say no one else does that better. But either way, finally, to be introduced is Amy playing her brand new character, Casey Colt, who made several impressions last week. It has to be said, making quite quick work of Michaela Joyce, and then also meddling in the main event last week.
Yeah, getting stuck in where I shouldn't be. Steve Lombardi is.
That's what Cutter said.
Oh no, Cutter's right where he's meant to
be. His target has been acquired.
Any curiosity, I have a query here that my character's not too impressed with. How was the tournament bracket picked exactly?
Randomly.
Random draw.
Random draw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, random draw.
Right. I have a few questions about this.
Does it have anything to do with
I managed to make an entire season without having to go against James Rage because I cannot compete with his promos, which I just think is absolutely complete bullshit. Is this why I was given Jerry? Is this why you gave me Jerry? Because you were like, she's fucked.
Eventually they'll be drawn together. That's how it works.
In fairness, Jamie be able to take 2 for 1 in one go. Because
Jamie,
go on, Fox.
I realized that I said it.
Hold on. So it's a Cutter Rage cult here that we seem to be working with. I kind of have an idea where we can go with this storyline.
It's okay. You can all just bend over and form a line. I'll get to you all eventually. It's fine.
Listening to your pitch, Foxy.
Casey seems like the type that would be more like, mate, I'll bend over when you bend over, and then just whip out a strap on. Like she seems the type. I'm just saying.
You'll seem that kind of person, in fairness, yeah. But yes, but let's do the less lifeless.
Just stab you in the back and fuck you from behind.
Again, I just want to draw attention to the fact that you guys are tag teaming tonight. I don't want to just to be clear. Again, I'm not sure.
Isn't
we need to be a cohesive unit.
Isn't Cutter on the other team? Are
Yes.
we facing against? Oh,
Yeah.
go offline for a
The
second. I have an
sexual
idea.
tension. Nobody
So-
will want to touch each other at all. Be like, don't know what to do.
I want at least one point where someone does like make a connection, but then jolt away as if electricity is just like formed between the two of them.
But
turns out
when
it's just
and if
static
that
from the ring.
happens, I want to hear Careless Whisper playing out through the fucking loudspeakers.
That can be arranged. Anyway,
Amazing.
so let's get on with the show. So we get our opening titles, we get the shot of the crowd welcome us to the show, and we hear from a broadcast colleague.
Hi, welcome to Future Wrestling. My name is Fionnuala Handcock, and you were joining here with Mike Dublin. Last week on the show at Future Wrestling, there was an uproar when Conor Locke did actually defeat Silver Fox. Mike, with the backup here.
Well, yes, no, indeed, it was a bit of a shock, all right, Nuala. You're absolutely right in that regard, and it's fair to say it wasn't the only shock we had last night. Again, Silver Fox not
You're
quite
right,
in
Mike.
Oh, is my
You're
mic
right,
on?
Mike. It wasn't the only uproar. Also in other news, new signee Casey Colt decided to try and make a name for herself by getting involved again in the main event, taking out Violet Storm. We have yet to hear from the new signee. However, words had saying she is a bit of a cunt. Mike?
Well, I wouldn't go as far to say that, but certainly that is one of the words I've heard used backstage to describe our newest recruits to Future Wrestling. But certainly it's somebody that Rob Myers thinks very highly of, and that's why it's seemingly they are now in a business relationship at the moment. So it's intriguing to see how that will go from here.
Thank you, Mike. Finally, Alan Morph has still not been seen, and the and the Future Wrestling Championship has still not been retained at this point. Ongoing investigations with Kyle Decker are continuing. We did try to speak to Mr. Decker to get a comment, however, he was unavailable to do so. Also missing in action was Fred Rose. However, we do believe that Network will be in contact with us soon. Now we are going to go right to the ring to get this contest started.
Yes, let's do that. Good God, she's somehow too professional. We ring the bell. Ladies and gentlemen, this opening contest is a first round match in the Future World Championship Tournament. Introducing to the ring first, weighing in at 191 pounds, hailing from Guadalajara, Mexico, Negredo. So the commentators give us the introduction saying that Negredo was obviously an international superstar in the world of Lucha Libre and has had some fantastic matches over the first season with our Golden, obviously with Silver Fox, and was naturally a shoo-in for the Future World Championship Tournament, reminding us as well of the big win that he picked up with the classic team of Ratman and Bobbin last week against the Emperors. That doesn't hide away from anybody here, so certainly Negredo is here on merit, but has some intriguing competition lined up for him
Have to be
tonight.
noted, however, that while he was at Lucha Libre, there was also some conspiracies following him. However, we have also yet to get a comment on this and the crimes that he has allegedly committed. This was due to cocaine, trafficking, and mask making. Back to you, Mike.
I just want to state for the fact that Negredo has not been affiliated with any form of drug trafficking. I think you may be thinking of the wrong luchador, Nuala, but it's your first day, I understand, but Jesus Christ, we're just going to get us into trouble.
What was cocaine in the mask?
Unfortunately, No, I believe it was actually cocaine, trafficking, and making masks.
As opposed to making cocaine and mask trafficking, clearly. So,
Shoddy mask material. It did actually suffocate a young child in Mexico, hence why he's working here. Someone clearly has not done their research or background checks on the wrestlers. Back to you.
she is not going to last 5 minutes in this company. And introducing his opponent, weighing in at 177 pounds, hailing from New Orleans, Davina Laveau. Laveau is quite a mysterious character, Nuala. You have to agree. We've seen spots of her here in Future Wrestling in season 1. She was a part of the Nathan Youngblood tournament, but also curious enough, she was involved in this strange ending to the last stand we had a couple of weeks ago, where Alan Morpher disappeared. So it seems, in a sense, quite fitting that she's here in this Future World Championship tournament, potentially a chance to win the title off Alan Moore.
Definitely is, and it does have to be noted as well, she probably has got something to do with a possible kidnapping on Alan Morph. It has been it has been known that she had been trafficking animals, using them in voodoo spells.
She's a mother of two. Voodoo is a character. God damn it, woman, you got us into trouble.
Again, I think you should do your research. There is actually biography on everyone available on the Future Wrestling website. Is actually going to be provided at the end of the show, and for anyone who has been upset or received any types of needing help after this broadcast, there will also be a number that you can call. Also, if you have any information on the whereabouts of our forgotten champion Alan Morph, we do ask that you get in contact, and we do hope that he is found safe soon. Back to you, Mike.
Nuala, just a curious question here. Have you ever done Crime Watch?
I've actually won awards for my fuck.
You couldn't keep a straight face for that one.
Fuck you, fucking dick. I have actually won awards for my broadcasting skills and my investigative journalism.
Well, not for your personality, it seems.
Back to you, Mike.
Either way, let's move on to the first match of the night. This is an NPC battle, but to make these a little bit interesting, and again, this is a bit of a pick'em, I'm going to let you guys vote for it. So, between the two characters, would you like the Voodoo Lady?
Oh, I found Alan! Found Alan!
No.
He's my Connor.
No, that's, about that. Not every panda is KC, you have to understand.
Oh. I'm sorry, you can understand why I was...
No, I do get that. I fell for that trap once, never again.
Although, to be fair, none of us have actually really seen what Alan looks like, so for all we know, that actually is him, and Connor has kidnapped him.
That is entirely possible.
No, never mind, sorry, I must be mistaken, the panda has actually just disappeared.
You were hallucinating him, clearly. That's all it was. You're missing Alan, that's all. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to let it go to a draw, guys. So raise your hands if you want Negredo to win. It's going to go well. Raise your hand if you want Davina to win. 1, 2.
I mean, the shine kind of came off Negredo when we found out he was Del Rio in a mask.
Well, isn't. Just my broadcast colleague is stirring the shit at the moment.
So Amy's the avatar for...
Wrestling Twitter, apparently.
Yes.
I told you it was going to be a different commentator until we found the right one.
Well, we will be getting a new one next week.
I know. Wait till you see what I have for next week. Wait till you see what I have for next week.
Because this one is potentially problematic.
Fucking libelous is what I would say.
He's just reporting the news.
So it's got to work as pretty simple as that. So obviously we had 3 picks for Davina, and I'll throw for Negredo here. So simply, for the 3 people who want Negredo to win, roll a dice. Or Davina to win, sorry. Just roll dice.
Sorry, who's the 3? I only counted 2.
It was Kira as well and Dave. So the 3 of us want to go for Davina.
I'm sorry, I pulled up my dice.
Yeah, I'm just getting the dice up as well, actually.
10.
10.
Very good. And 7. And a 5. Okay, grand. Now, the reason I'm doing that, I'm actually just testing that out for any NPC battles in future. So basically, whoever, you just pick your side and then roll the dice, and whichever dice numbers win is who the NPC wins. Exactly. So that will be coming to play in a few minutes' time. Davina's going to go over in this match. So it's a fairly high octane match, as you'd imagine, from Luchador and Crazy Woman, just totally doing stunts a whole lot. So Negredo and Davina doing flips across the ring, out of the ring into the audience. So again, high stakes for a championship tournament match. But Negredo's going to make one very big mistake, and that's going to go for his reverse 450. He's not going to go for a 450. He is going to go for go for a frog splash. That's what it was. Goes for frog splash. He's going to miss it. But Davina, quick as a cat, is going to like lock into the straightjacket chokehold called Capri Sancor, and the Grado is going to tap out, which means Davina Laveau is through the next round of the Future Wrestling tournament, and she will face the winner of the match coming up next. So we'll leave it there for now. But again, we'll go back to our broadcast team at the time, going, well, that was a hell of a way to start off our Future World tournament, Nuala. I'm sure you'll agree. Davina really showing how intense she can be in the ring with a pretty big win against Negredo, it has to be said. And Davina, our first entrant through to the quarterfinals of the Future World Tournament.
Yes, Mike, it will actually be interesting to see how this does actually pan out. We do understand that there is a police standing by that do wish to speak to our loser actually in the entire thing. Turns out his past has actually come up to bite him in the arse.
Well, I'm sure that is definitely happening in the strange world you are living in, but we will have to leave that there for the time being. Either way, we are going to cut backstage with our colleague. Unfortunately, again, I'm sure devastated here, Nuala, but Pete Thursday couldn't be here tonight again because of his cosmetic surgery. We are going to be joined by John Newser, the voice, who is joined by one of the big winners from last week, Conor Locke. We see Conor Locke backstage. He's kind of keeping still kind of doing a bit of a warm up as the interviewer cuts him in. Welcome back to Future Wrestling. I'm joined right now by Scottish sensation Conor Locke. Conor, you had a very successful return to Future Wrestling last week from your last injury as you took on the former Future World Champion Silver Fox and shockingly won. How do you feel you're going to use this win to leapfrog the rest of your career here at Future Wrestling?
Well, the public perception of me is a walkover, and I'm here to change that. And last week I made a big step in making that happen because I went up against Silver Fox. I have a lot of respect for Foxy, don't get me wrong, but he's a former world champion, and he went down to me. It's season 2. It's a new time, clean slate for Conor Locke. I'm going to earn the respect of people in that locker room. That's for sure.
And it certainly seems that one of your admirers was Kyle Decker, who brought you into this Future World Championship tournament, perhaps on the back of that win against Silver Fox. But shockingly, you're now going to have to face your tag team partner in the Youngbloods in Michaela Joyce. How do you feel that your knowledge of your tag team partner is going to work to perhaps your advantage or disadvantage?
It'll work to my advantage, definitely. Look, one-on-one, no rules. That's just it. There's no rules. You've got to just put your head down, use the information you've got to your advantage, which I plan on doing. But what's really concerning me is I've come back and your world champions left. And that was one of my targets coming back to Future Wrestling, was to get my hands on that joke of a champion. So as the old saying goes, you want to bite the head off a snake, but in this case, I want to bite the head off a panda.
Some very strong words there from the Inverness native, but perhaps one question I'll ask before we let you go. Obviously, Violet Storm made it very evident that she has eyes for the World Championship as well and will face the winner of this tournament. In that regards, is there anyone in the tournament you are citing as a potential rival, someone that you may face in the final?
Well, I'm not the same Conor Locke that I was before. There's something a little bit different, but you'll see that as time goes on. But let's just say, Ragey boy, watch your back and make sure you keep one eye on the back of your head.
And we will leave it there. And now we move on to sports.
Thank you, John. You can catch actually that interview again on the player on thefuturewrestling.com with that interview with Conor Locke. Moving on to our next competition. Are you okay, Mike? You seem to be a bit distracted with the whole thing.
This is far too professional. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm actually agreeing with Cutter here in my headset. This is as probably as slick as it's ever been here on the broadcast table. I'm used to normally swatting someone away from the ends. But either way, we are going to move on.
When they sent out the CVs and the for the application for the job, they did ask strictly for a professional on this one. Maybe don't advertise for what you can't handle. Back to the ring.
It does make a welcome change in Future Wrestling. Either way, So before we do get into our second match, a small bit of housekeeping about the promo. So Connor, give us a roll, please. I'm going to give you a +1 on the promo, so it's going to be a straight roll. Let's see if you get some extra momentum.
9.
And it's a 9. So yeah, you do get some momentum starting off. So happy days in that regard. So at that then, the bell's going to ring, and we move on to our next match. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is a first round contest in the Future World Championship Tournament.
This next contest is a first round contest.
First, did I say first round contest? Yeah, it should be first round. I didn't say the ring announcer was good. We'll probably replace him, to be honest. Either way.
And you say, I'm too professional, at least like in English. Back to you. In the ring.
Like I said, you're too professional. That's the problem.
Is it
More
scaring
matches.
everyone as much as it's scaring me?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
That's the weird part.
Okay, it's working. Okay, it's working. It's working. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm nothing short of playing the BBC News theme tune like down the microphone.
Hi, I'm Fiona Bruce. Mm.
Yes, I'm standing up. Anywhere's better for me. I can see where you're getting the
I
voice
need to
from.
lean, or else I will die. That's the only one I could think of.
Yeah, no, you picked the good one there.
Because it was either go really professional or have, hi, I'm Fiona Bruce. Thank you for joining us here at Future Wrestling.
Then have your number flash across the bottom, 50 cents a minute.
Oh, we'll save that for another week.
Non-canon
Don't worry.
episode.
Don't worry. No, the thing is, for the amount of commentators that I have in store, there is going to be one that will have a number flashing. So don't worry, it's in the mix.
That's good. That's good. We need some thumbnail fodder in the end. But either way, let's get on to our next match. So, introducing to the ring first, weighing in at 379 pounds from Gelsenkirchen, Germany. He is 1/3 of the Future Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Vladimir Kaiser. Well, Nuala, he is perhaps one of the more emphatic people here in this tournament. But Vladimir Kaiser, again, as we mentioned, the ring announcer, he is one part of the Tag Team Champions. A bit of an upset last week, and the draw has been very fortunate for him in terms of getting revenge, because he gets an immediate response tonight against Ratman.
Yes, it has actually been said that we did try to get an interview with Bobbin to find out if him and Ratman truly are broken up for good. However, he has been unavailable for comment. Ratman did actually descend to the sewers right after his win, so we have also been unable to get him for an interview. However, we are hopeful that the winner, if he is to prevail, we will be able to speak to the sewage saviour at the end of the show.
Sewage Savior. I like that.
Sewage Savior!
Dedicate Crusader.
Yeah, I think we're going to keep that for our March one. But either way, so yes, indeed. So and then we're up at the point we're going. Plus, it's important to note that all 3 members of the Emperors are in this tournament as well. We will be seeing Calpier later on, but perhaps the most mouth-watering tie. We didn't mention the draw in the end. We didn't have time last week, but perhaps the most mouth-watering tie of the whole lot, if we see the brackets now, is that between Kazero and James Rage happening next week. Nuala, obviously you're new to Future Wrestling, but that tie-up must be very exciting for you as a neutral here.
Yes, as you can see, I am bursting at the seams with the excitement and seeing James Rage possibly kill a man in front of me.
Trust me, we've all been there. We all remember our first kill, and shockingly, some people have still lived to tell the tale.
I have heard that Conor Locke is like a cockroach and it just won't go away.
No, he's Scottish. They are just normally built like that. It's
true.
It's easy to confuse the two, but you should go to Edinburgh sometimes. You'll enjoy it. Really, you'll enjoy it.
We probably really should get back to the actual match at hand and not discuss other wrestlers who have absolutely nothing to do with the current match going on. Wouldn't that be the professional standpoint?
Well,
back to the ring.
Fair point.
Back to the ring.
And his opponent, weighing in at 202 pounds, hailing from the Rat Cave, Ratman! Well, this is certainly this is a shock, ladies and gentlemen. But normally we don't see Ratman without bobbing. But Ratman stands alone tonight, as again by merit he did earn a title shot against Alan Morph. But obviously the situation with Alan Morph developed during our off season, and Ratman unfortunately will have to wait for his opportunity. Perhaps now he'd have to earn it. First off, against Vladimir Kaiser. Again, quite a severe weight difference between the two, but as we saw last week, Ratman may have Vladimir Kaiser's number here.
Truly noted. Ratman is the hero no one asked for. However, he is the only one that we can afford on this current budget. Hopefully, however, he will prove himself to be not only a bringer of the plague, but a bringer of the money.
Indeed it is, and now you are far too white to use that phrase, but nevertheless, Ratman is very much somebody who you could have perhaps called
Jesse J song. Thank you very much.
Again, my point still stands.
Educate yourself before you decide to call me out on your bullshittery. Back to the ring.
You said we had the English. But yes, again, Ratman is someone perhaps the fans have gravitated to as a sort of an unsung hero of future wrestling over the last couple of months. Again, has shocked us with his prowess in battle royal situations. But this is a one-on-one contest. How do you feel Ratman's going to do in this match against Vladimir Kaiser?
I think it has actually been proven in the past that Ratman does seem to have luck on his side. However, as you have pointed out, the size difference here may actually work to his disadvantage. I think the Rat has gotten a little bit too big for his boots.
Indeed, and that very well may be the case as the bell rings as we get to our second contest in the Future World Tournament. So same again, lads.
Do we get to pick who we want to win?
Yes.
think
Okay,
it's,
hold on.
I think
Do
it's
you
emphatic.
really need to ask? Do you really need to ask?
So, here's
Have you
how it's
got?
going. Raise your hands if you want Vladimir Kaiser to win.
I told you.
Raise your
It's a
hands
formality.
if you want Ratman to win. So,
I'm fine,
yes.
the Rat.
Oh, that's fine. It's probably sorted away. So, in that case, again, I will do the honors and roll for Kaiser as a formality. Okay.
Oh,
you guys
Ratman
have-
is going to win, right?
It's probably bobbing somewhere.
who's
Oh,
Bob?
God.
So,
See, I'm not even going to turn around and fucking even acknowledge that bullshittery.
he looks even disappointed in himself for that.
He should
Like,
be.
He should look disappointed.
We expected more from you.
We actually
No,
do,
do you know
man.
what? We expected less, and we still were disappointed.
Yeah, that was it too. Like, I think that's what hurts more.
Where
to
the
me.
fuck is the Rat gone? This is bollocks.
Anyway, so guys, you
I
have
can't
five.
say that.
So please give us your rolls. Let's see who wins out. Okay, so Kira's already won on Ratman's behalf, but let's see how well the landslide is.
8.
8, yeah.
1 second.
I was
7.
7.
Oh, no, 6.
Why?
Sorry, 6.
Yeah. 6, yeah. Good.
9.
9. Grand, yeah. And I think
Is this one
Zero.
for?
for Ratman. And 9 as well. Fantastic. So, so all of that combined does beat Kaiser's count. So let's see how the match goes. So, it starts off kind of as there he is. Look at him go. He really is the hero that we can only afford. But either way, so the match starts off. Kaiser is very much kind of like dominating from the outset, using this kind of power game. Ratman's being thrown across the ring, but the crowd is still behind him all the way, trying to kind of psych Kaiser out of it. It's not really working. Ratman's still taking a hell of a beating here for the first few minutes of the match. But then he starts fighting back. He starts getting his chops in. He starts getting a few kicks in. He skillfully dodges a charge from Kaiser, and he hits himself into the ring rope. He goes for a roll-up, grabs the tights. 1, 2, kick out. Kaiser's still in it. So it keeps on going. It rolls over to the next few minutes of the match. And again, Ratman comes close again with a small package. 1, 2, kick out again. It's all starting to get a bit intense here. So Kaiser starts losing it a little bit. He starts kind of going for a powerbomb move, and Ratman slinks out of it. In the kerfuffle, the referee gets knocked out. And Ratman...
A fucking ref bump.
A ref bump, yes. It's
A
getting
rat
knocked-
bump.
Yes.
Only the second match in. Jesus.
So it's all kicking off, And Kaiser and Ratman have broken down at this point. So Kaiser says, right, fuck this. He gets a chair, gets out, and starts winding up for Ratman. And shockingly, as he's about to do that, Bobbin stands in the middle of it. Well, just about. He's kind of like panting away, essentially. So Kaiser goes, fair.
Stop.
But he's like, as he's yelling stop, he's actually still on the fucking.
Do you know who I?
Yeah.
Do you know who I keep imagining? Fucking what's his name in The Simpsons? Stop! I am too full of chocolate.
Yeah,
that's the same. That's
Yeah.
literally the same one that I did. Do you remember? Was it?
Stop! I'm so full of chocolate.
Yeah.
Please, Mr. Simpson, I'm full of chocolate.
So yeah, that's kind of how it's how this is playing out at the moment. So again, there's a bit of a standoff here. Bobbin's perhaps going to take the hit for Kaiser. Ratman is now starting to kind of feed up here as Bobbin is trying to stand up for himself. Kaiser just goes fuck it, goes for the chair shot. Bobbin ducks, and it hits Ratman instead. So Bobbin completely powers out, and so Bobbin then takes a big ass power bomb from Kaiser. Kaiser then goes for the pin on Ratman. 1, 2, grabbed the fucking rope. Ratman is still
His tail. With his tail.
His tail is around the rope, and Kaiser just goes. So he grabs Ratman again, goes for one big power bomb, and then suddenly, whatever happens, some sort of calamity happens. He goes for it. He has Ratman up on the shoulders, goes for the drop. Head scissors from Ratman, rolls him up, stacks him up.
Actually, okay, sorry, you're saying a calamity happens. Okay, so he does actually reach out for the hand with his rope. However, when Kaiser gets frustrated and then lifts him up to do the powerbomb, he doesn't realise that the rat tail on his costume is the thing that gets caught around him. So when he goes for the powerbomb, because the rat tail pulls him down, that's how Ratman's able to get him up in a small package, because he can't get the rope off.
That's great. I like that a lot. Because, again, that actually does tie in with what the finish is going to be. So that rolls in, it's locked in, it's just all a big bundle of mess. I was like, 1, 2, 3, ring the bell! Shockingly, ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Ratman!
Still a better finish than that time that somebody apparently could just put a limb in the ring and break the count.
That's true.
I forgot about that. I remember that was like a 20-minute argument. We literally just
Because it was bullshit.
Every now and then we all agreed it was bullshit. Did anyone explain to Dave what actually happened? Because if not, we need to tell him after the call.
We'll tell him after the show.
We need to tell you this after the call. Jesus Christ!
I'm just picturing
fuckery.
a wrestling match going on, and then just
No.
Wait till we explain it to you.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
this one's good.
fucking
This
hell.
one's good. But yeah, so again, the crowd erupts here. Kaiser's again stunned after being like literally bundled up in a small package. Bobbin is still completely sparked out from the power bomb. He's still out of breath somehow, but Ratman, still kind of stirring a little bit, still a bit loopy from the chair shot, has just realised he's just beaten Vladimir Kaiser. The commentators jump in on that point. Well, Nuala, we were promised some calamities here in this match, and that certainly was it. The referee was out of action for a couple of moments here, and some vital moments it was, as Bobbin perhaps did mean to run interference for Ratman, but unfortunately it did end up working to Ratman's advantage. Again, I'm not sure if Bobbin meant that or not, considering the tension between them. Either way, Ratman is through to the quarterfinals.
I think it is actually safe to say that Bobbin has actually just got himself lost on his way to catering. However, I do believe we probably should get him some medical assistance, as he does seem to be struggling to breathe in the middle of the ring as we are just sitting here watching him, mesmerised as the belly just...
It's actually impressive, isn't it? Like, you can see him kind of like...
Yes.
Because he's almost like a turtle on his back. You know, yeah, it is. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's something majestic about it. I don't know what it is. I think it's the singlet. Like, it's just a shade of red that just you can't see the dries on. It's incredible.
It's like looking at the sun. You just can't look away.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Anyway,
should we help?
Yes. So
I've been down there for quite some time, but
I do believe that neither myself nor Yusa are actually trained to do anything in ring. So I think it's probably best that we do leave it to a type of professional. Realistically, at this point, I don't even think it needs to be medical. Probably for just get one of the ring crew just to roll him back up.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, in fairness, like I can't do it. I didn't go on that manual handling course, so I can't be the one. But perhaps you do have a forklift driver around that can help us out. Either way, we're going to take a commercial.
Handling. Yes.
Yeah.
However, Kaiser at this point probably is going to be quite defeated in himself at this strange turn of events, and I can't imagine that the other tag team partners of his are going to be happy at seeing this result. This is now 2 losses to Ratman in 2 weeks.
It is actually a very strange set of affairs here that Vladimir Kaiser, who has quite a reputation outside of Future Wrestling, it's just not happening for him at the moment. Again, they are tag team champions, but when it comes to singles competition, it really has not worked out for Kaiser, and a loss to Ratman again, as you said, 2 weeks in a row.
It probably should actually be noted, since he has teamed up with Kalpir, aka the loser from Finland, he has had such a string of bad luck throughout the whole thing. Again, I'm not quite sure why that was noted in the application, but it is apparently a job need to hate Kalpir for some reason.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. I think we might have to review who sent out that application at the time. But either way, we are going to cut the commercial here, and we'll be back with more action after this. We will return to commercial, and we will see Silver Fox backstage, and kind of like doing kind of warm up routine, kind of get ready, and still looks a bit like out of sorts in a sense. And we hear a chuckle from behind him.
Here we see the Fox. Probably needed to be a bit cold here since last week. Oh my God, what the fuck is that?
What is that? We need David Attenborough. And here we see the magic.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
It's because you've been doing a voice for the commentator that it's kind of fucking you up a little bit.
Getting lost in the characters.
Stuck in my head.
Just do it neutral. You'll be fine.
I don't have a neutral accent anymore.
Just your voice that you speak in.
Sorry. Oh God, I can't remember how to speak now. Oh Jesus, Foxy. What happened to you, man?
What?
Nothing. Just gonna stare at what?
What?
That.
What do you want?
Oh mate, come on! How the mighty have fucking fallen, or what happened? You were top of the fucking mountain. You were head of the company, and you blew it. In the most spectacular of ways, I have to admit. You lost to a man dressed as an animal. Come on. What's going on in that head of yours, my friend? Rob? Really? Did Rob really get in your head that much? Just completely destroyed everything that you'd built?
All right. Listen to me very carefully. The business between me and Rob Midas, that's our business, not yours. So, quietly, on your way. I don't need to talk to you. Bye.
Your business. That's interesting. All right. You don't want to know what I know? That's fine. Let's just see how you're able to beat up against Kalpir. Good luck.
It was a very interesting little development there backstage, Nuala. A bit of connective tissue between those two competitors. One was represented by Rob Midas, and the other one is currently managed by Rob Midas. It's interesting dynamic between the two there.
Does have to be noticed now, actually, Mike, that Rob Midas is not actually here this evening. I do understand that he does have other business to attend to. However, he has been quite secretive with what he does want to put forward, how we say, with regards to his tax returns. Now, we have tried to speak to Rob's solicitors regarding the same. However, they have left us with no comment. We are going to be hoping breaking this story next week when we do have plans to have a sit-down interview with Rob. That has been cleared now, I should note, with Future Wrestling producers.
Well, again, you'd wish that to be the case, but again, Rob Midas is a very elusive man, but a very powerful man in a sense, because
shocking that you say elusive.
Fucking
however,
shade.
We have actually managed to secure an interview. Maybe Mikey just rather work with a professional than an amateur like yourself.
And that's why you will only be here for 1 week. But either way, the No, sorry, a second.
Are you all right there, Mike? You seem to be thrown off a little.
Completely fucked him. He's
No, it's
gone
not
into
that.
the
No,
brain
The
fog.
amateur league, if you may say. Maybe we should probably just get to the ring and on to the next contest. Wouldn't you agree, Mike? Move this along.
This
Sorry,
is James'
no, that was
rage level of
actually,
destructions here. God fucking damn it. And have some
No, that was-
mercy.
that was,
He's already dead.
That was Jerry getting back to me. He can't make it in, so that makes sense. So, yeah, so that did distract me. What were we talking about again? We were talking about, oh yeah, the match coming up. Yeah, so
On to the next match.
the next match, yeah, and indeed that is the critical thing, because Silver Fox is very, as you perhaps noticed, he is quite low on confidence after that upset victory for Conor Locke, and he's up against Cal Peer again, someone who is a tag team champion here in Future Wrestling, and perhaps someone who needs to regain some of that fire himself. Both of these competitors have something to prove in this contest coming up.
Both are currently on losing streaks, so realistically, both of them have got everything to prove, and at this rate, probably everything to lose.
Well said, Manila. Well said indeed. And let's get to the ring as it's time for our next tournament match. Indeed it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is a first round match in the Future World Championship Tournament. Introducing to the ring first, weighing in at 238 pounds. He is 1/3 of the tag team champions from Helsinki, Finland, Kalpir Kalvala. So again, the comment is going Kalpir, very much someone who has come in with an international reputation, Nuala, and again has forged this rather impressive union between themselves, Kaiser and Kazero. Again, a very formidable tag team in their own right, and looking to get some sort of singles gold now under his waist now as well. Again, it's intriguing that all three members entered the tournament, but now only two are left after the shot Exeter of Kaiser just a couple of moments ago. You have all the proof here, as we said earlier on. Let's see if Kalpir can upset the Future World Champion again. And indeed, introducing his opponent, weighing in at 192 pounds from Clondalkin County, Dublin, Silver Fox!
Step out on the stage, kind of just like last week, where I'm looking at the crowd, just trying to take it in a bit, but I just kind of like stop and kind of take a glance back. It's like the promo with Casey is kind of like, it's still there, like it's lingering. So, but I try to shake off. I walk down to the ring, do a little pose, get in the ring. I'm standing in the corner, but like I'm not overly energetic. I'm just like more cautious than anything else. So I'm waiting for it to start.
Yeah, and indeed the commentators are picking up on that point, going, well, like I said, Silver Fox, as I know him personally, he's someone who wears his heart on a sleeve, and when there's something wrong with him, you can visually see it. It is very evident. You can see it in his mannerisms and his body language. He is just not quite right at the moment. But as we said earlier, Nuala, this is a great opportunity for Silver Fox to get back to winning ways. This is an opportunity for him to get back on the track for future World Championship gold, the title he recently just lost. And again, unburdened now by this supposed hoodoo inflicted by Rob Midas. Perhaps this is his opportunity to take advantage of that. And the bell rings. So it just keeps it the way it is. And so, yeah, all these tournament matches are going to be 10 spotters for the time being until we get into the quarters and semis. So I'm going to roll for Tony. So let's begin.
Nine.
You beat my 3, so Foxy, you start.
So, as I said, I'm very cautious. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to try and chop them down.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start working the leg. So a few kicks to the leg. See if I can start chopping them down. Get them a bit weak.
Okay.
So,
yeah, sounds good. I'll treat it as a work roll, +1.
right up. 7.
7 with the 1 makes it 8, and that is successful. So you do chop him down. He's down to, I suppose, 1 knee as it were. So you are kind of focusing on the 1 leg. And we move into our next spot then. So let's see who takes advantage.
10.
10. That beats my 6. So Foxy, you're still in control.
So I've chopped him down to knee. I'm gonna hit off the ropes and come back with a drop kick right to the face while he's down.
Face. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to treat that as a luck roll. And that is a -1 at the moment, Foxy. So you have to pull out the bag here.
Lucky. Another 10.
Another 10. Happy days, yeah. So drop kick successful. And do you want him to go out of the ring or just on the mat? Which way do you want?
On the mat. On the mat.
On the mat. Okay. So yeah. So Calpe's on the mat as things stand. As we move on to our next spot. So let's see how it goes.
Damn it. 3.
3. And Calpe rolled an 8. So what's going to happen here is he's going to get you to feed him back up again, and you're going to try and actually, that was the best way. No, what he's going to do is he's going to powder out. He's going to powder out of the ring, and you're going to then try and vault for the ropes, and he's going to try and catch. He's going to catch you because he does have the power advantage, and he's going to go for a belly to belly on the outside. So it's a power roll. Let's see if Calpe can pull it off. It's a -1 for him. Oh dear, no, he's going to botch that. Sorry, Tony. So so he's going to try and go for a belly to belly, but he's going to lose his foot, and then you can take advantage from here, Foxy.
Right, he's gonna catch me and then try to go for a belly to belly.
Yeah,
So,
I think the best way to do it is that like he's tried to catch you and do the belly to belly immediately, but he's stumbled as he's caught you. So I think that's the best way of doing it. So he's lost his spot, and you can take it from there.
Okay. So like he's caught me and he's trying to go for the belly to belly, but I'm gonna float over, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a crucifix slam from it.
Ooh.
So as he lifts me, I'm actually gonna shift over and hook him for the crucifix like slam on the outside.
Nice. I like that. I'm going to treat that as a luck roll again, -1, because that's a very flashy move to go for.
9.
9, successful. So yeah, the crucifix slam on the outside is quite impressive, and that really wows the crowd. Commentators taking this chance into direct going, well, like I said, this is exactly what I was saying, that this is the opportunity for Silver Fox to show how good he can be, and he's had an absolutely hot start here against Calpe. Calpe thought he had him there, but again, Nuala, the ability for Silver Fox to turn a negative into a positive really quickly here in this contest.
I think it just goes to show that Calpe is just trying to one-up his tag team partner, really is just not thinking cerebrally at all with regards to how he's going to take on Silver Fox, who has really probably more to prove than Calpe at this point. Why is it carved into the announce table, Calpe wears a skirt? Do you understand? Is this you?
Carvier? Oh, that's yeah, no, that is your former your predecessor there learning how to spell. But yeah, I don't think we need to address that on live television. So this is our 4th spot, Foxy. Give us a roll.
Snake eyes.
Hey guys, okay, that's fine. I rolled a 7, so I think what's going to happen here is what is going to happen here?
So what?
Yes.
What? Yeah, I've hit the crucifix, so I'm gonna grab him as if I'm picking him up. Then I'm looking around while I'm doing it, like I'm doing it slowly, so he can break out and do what he needs to. After.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself. So I think like you're kind of getting back into the ring. He's going to put his foot up on the apron, and I think what he's going to do is he's going to throw you into the steps. That's what he's going to do. He's going to go throw you into the steps, and then he's going to throw into the steps, and he's going to go for like a drop kick to try and like basically push you into it. And I'm going to treat that as a reel. So it's a -1 for Calpe. Let's see if we pulled it off. And it is an 11. So mid up for you, Tony. So that's the momentum for Calpe. And he's going to roll back into the ring now at this point. I think the referee counted to say like, 7, let's say. Give a nice even number. So we'll go for our next spot on that then. So Foxy's on the outside. I'm back in the ring, and the referee's counted as 7. So let's give it a roll.
An 8.
An 8. That beats my 9. So I think what I'd like you to do here, I'm going to get you to beat the count. So you're going to roll back in.
How does the 8 beat a 9?
What? Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm a 9, so I'm on the spot. I must have said it wrong, did I?
Yes.
It's okay. Sorry. Miles away.
I think it's probably safe to say that his commentating partner has really thrown him off his game tonight. I don't think he's going to be able to pull it back. Kind of like the Germans when they fought against England today in the Euros.
Oh!
I have
Way to make the show dated.
Don't bring that up.
I
You could have won the Euros with
England,
this stepped out, Amy.
I have England in the sweepstakes. I have England in the sweepstakes, and as much as it pains me, I really want them to win. But I also don't want them to win.
Yeah, I know. God, it was awful. That's why I'm drinking. Anyway, so Calpier's going to call the
You're
spot here.
always drinking.
So I'm gonna get Foxy to to beat the count, and then so while he's recovering the ring, Calpier is going to run into the turnbuckle, and he's going to go for a shotgun drop kick. That'll hopefully send you into the corner. And that's a look roll, which is a +1 for Calpier. So I'm actually working this.
We all know Calpier is still going to botch this, don't we?
I'm going to help him out either way. So let's see. It is actually a 6 plus the 1 makes it 7. So he is going to pull off the shotgun drop kick. Perhaps not as snug as he wants, but it still works either way as we reach the halfway mark of the match. So Foxy, give us your next roll.
9.
9. That beats my 3. Foxy, you get the fight back.
Shotgun drop kick. That sends me in the corner. So I'm still a bit dazed, but as he charges in, back elbow, jump onto the second rope. Then I'm gonna from there, second rope. I'm gonna go for crossbody.
Crossbody. Good.
Yeah.
I'm going to treat that as a look roll again, Foxy. -1 for crossbody.
Come on. You bastard. 5.
5. So that makes it a 4 altogether. Calpier has a chance to reverse, and he is hopefully going to roll through the crossbody and go for a fall away slam. So that would be a power move. I'm going to give it to him. -1. Does he pull it off? He does pull it off. So fall away slam successful for Calpier.
You could just catch me while I'm going for the crossbody.
That's what I'm thinking. He just goes, whoop. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Fall
Roll
away
through,
or
whichever
something.
works best.
Yeah, to make up for the belly to belly earlier.
Exactly. He still used the spot either way.
Yeah.
And he's going to go for a pin from that. So Foxy, give us a roll to break out of the pin.
8.
1, 2, kick out just before 3. A bit closer to comfort, but again the commentator's going again. A great instinctive reversal there by Calpier, perhaps making up for what happened earlier on in the match. Starting to warm into this contest now. It's actually quite evenly matched, Neil, that has to be said so far.
Truly is. Both men really do have something to prove, not only to the audience here, to the audience at home, but also to themselves and quite possibly to their families, who I'm sure are somewhat slightly ashamed.
Well, I think I have to take your word on that. I don't think Finnish people feel shame at any point, but maybe they do. I'm just not aware of the concept. But either way,
we are currently trying to get Calpier's family on a Zoom call for an interview afterwards to see just how proud they really are.
And pray tell, Nuala, what sort of allegations have you got towards Calpier here?
No allegations. However, there was a lengthy notebook left behind by my predecessor, as you say, which does have some wild and interesting stories. However, I do believe them to be complete and utter bullshit.
That is entirely possible, in fairness. Keith was a rather fantastic person for spinning yarns. You should have seen his fancy booking. But either way, let's move on to our next spot then.
5.
5 narrowly beats my 4. So quite a low roll overall there. But Foxy will get the next roll when he comes back.
Foxy does seem to have disappeared altogether from this match. However, he probably will be back. He probably should go to a commercial break. I do believe he is just getting a bottle of water.
Getting a bag of chips is what he's getting, the dirty bastards.
And Silver Fox has returned with his lunch. We probably should maybe give him a moment to get himself probably sorted again back into the match. This could just be mind games. However, Mike, if it is, I believe it's working on the entirety of the audience watching and not just his opponent in the middle of the ring.
I will say,
dirty
perhaps this is the
bastard.
first for people in the wrestling world to see someone get a bag of chips as a mind game, but in fact they haven't watched the back catalog of Bobbin, because that happens quite a lot, as it turns out. But either way, so Foxy, you did get the role.
I really
What would you like to
wish I didn't just have the chicken fucking salad for dinner today. I now regret not getting the chipper altogether.
There you go.
I got
I
these from
regret-
Bobbin. What are you saying? He delivers.
He delivers well. I didn't realize he moves that fast. Must be on a scooter.
Anyway, how the hell did I beat you with a 5?
I had a 4.
He only rolled
Oh,
a 4.
all right.
I really
You've hit me.
fucking
You've
like
hit me with a
this.
fall away slam. So right. What? Like this was out of the corner. Do you want me to feed toward the corner or feed toward the rope?
Whichever suits you best, Foxy. Whichever works.
Okay.
After the pinfall as well, so perhaps Calpir is getting you back up here and you fly back from there.
Yeah. So what I want to do then? He's hit the fall away. Goes to pick me up. He goes to send me to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I float over onto the apron. He sees that I don't go down, so I give him a kick. That sends him down. His head is between the middle and the top rope. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the corner and do a flying knee drop onto the head.
Ooh, interesting. I like that as an idea, so I'm going to give you a real roll on that. Straight roll, Foxy.
Oh, holy shit! His head is screwed.
That'll do it.
Critical.
That will fucking do it. So again, a sweet fucking
Can I
replay
just
of
highlight Jamie's fucking awful pun that should get him kicked from the call as well?
It was
Oh, no.
backwards. I couldn't read it properly. What was it?
It said finish
him.
him, but finish
okay.
as in, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You should
sorry,
be
I didn't-
ashamed of yourself.
In fairness, Foxy has already reached a new low, so that's never going to be topped. So in that case, then so we get actually replays of that of the knee drop, and again the commenters go, well, that is exactly the Silver Fox we were looking to see, and that is a nasty contact from the back of the head to the knee. Pretty sick, massive stuff there, but again, perhaps a turning point in this match, Nuala.
Yes, it probably is. I am now starting to maybe believe that Calpir is all talk, no action. He does seem to bottle it every chance he gets when he does seem to be taking the lead. Maybe the book that was left behind wasn't all just bullshit.
Indeed, it could very well be the case as we get now to the closing stages of this match. Foxy, give us your roll.
I don't think I can top a 12. Jesus Christ!
Never know.
Imagine if
You
I was
have
a
a-
12 again.
If you have a +1 on something, you probably might get a 13.
Careful.
No, I can't. Can't beat it. 4.
The 4, right? So that is a lot worse than my 10. So Calpir is going
Clearly,
to.
we all spoke too soon with regards to Calpir.
Indeed. So I think the way he's going to respond to this, I think he's going to respond to this with, he's got a bit of momentum. I'm going to spend it. I'm going to spend a +4 roll, and what he's going to do is, because am I right in saying he's kind of draped over the ropes at the moment, yeah?
Yeah, his head was in between the top and the middle row. So the knee drop hits. So he could either just stay draped or he
Yeah.
could float to the outside or fall in.
Okay.
Whichever
I
suits
think
you.
I think the way I'm going to play this is you're going to pull him back into the ring. You're going to go for your silver lining, and he's going to push you back, and he's going to go for Odin's Wrath. He's going for his roundhouse kick. So he's going to go for a finish here, and I'm going to spend his momentum to do it. +4. Let's see if he pulls it off. And it is a 9. So that does make it a 13. That's fine. Didn't know what happened. So
I feel like I might be a little bit of a psychic on that one.
So On that, he obviously has hit Odin's Wrath. He's hit the roundhouse kick. It's connected, and he's going to go for the pin from there. Is Calpier going to beat Silver Fox?
I do believe this is probably shocking if a NPC does in fact actually beat a playable character in the fucking game.
1, 2, kick out just before 3. The closest 3 you'll see this side. That was as close as it gets. And Calpier now has to go back to the drawing board, but Fox is on the ropes now, after looking to be somewhat in the advantage here, has immediately reset the playing field here with that roundhouse kick. It's all to play for here in this match.
Really is just bringing an awful lot of questions that I probably should have asked before I joined this actual announce team. However, I probably will have to bring them up with Decker afterwards. But is that or is that not Calpier's finisher?
It is Calpier's finisher. Very well remembered, and that's the key thing. Silver Fox has kicked out of that roundhouse kick. Calpier now has to try something else to pull Silver Fox away. Does he go for it again, or does he try and change it up? That's what Calpier has to ask himself now. So we have 2 spots left. Foxy, give us a roll. 12. Oh, yeah. Good thing you did, because I rolled a 10.
Oh shit!
So now, Foxy, as last week, you do have perks available. So for this, you can either have double momentum, a double spot, or a free audience. So what do you want to do with this spot? We are 2 spots away from the finish, by the way.
Go for the momentum, my friend.
Momentum, yeah.
You're going to go for double momentum. Okay, so this spot is for double momentum. What do you want to do?
So I've kicked out of Odin's Wrath. So still a bit reeling, but I want him to actually he's frustrated now because I've kicked out of his finish. So he set me up as if almost like Aleister Black, where he would set you up and then go for the kick again.
Yes.
Yeah, but instead of that, I duck his kick, and while he spins around, I'm gonna hook him for the silver line.
Ooh.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now you currently have 6 momentum. Do you want to spend any?
No, we're near the end, so no.
No. Okay. Right. Interesting. This will be a straight roll then on the silver lining.
Right. 9.
9. Okay, it's good, and you get the double momentum from it. So you're now on 8 momentum for the last spot. You hit the silver lining. What do you do next? You going for a pin?
Pin.
Going for a pin. All right. Let's see if Calpier breaks it out. 1. Kicks out at 1.
Holy shit.
Kicks out at 1. Disbelief on the look of Silver Fox's face here, as he's just seen Calpier kick out a 1 from the silver lining. Again, it's high drama here, as both competitors now have hit their finishing maneuver. Again, both of these men now have to go back to the drawing board. What a match we're having here. And we get to the final spot before the finish. So let's give us a roll.
Bollocks. 5.
I rolled a 7. So Fox, what you're going to do is you're kind of you're talking to the referee here, pleading your case, saying had to win 3. All this while, Calpier is recovering. He's taking advantage of it, and what he's going to do is, he's going to roll you up and grab the tights. So let's see if he pulls it off. It's going to be a work roll. What else you can see here? No, it's a work roll. Work roll. Straight roll. Let's see if it works. And it is a 5. It doesn't work. So, Foxy, you have a chance to reverse.
Yeah, so he tries to roll me up, pull the tights. It's 1, 2, I kick out. But while he's turning, I want to hook him for a crucifix pin.
Oh, I like it. +1. +1 on the work.
Just fucking barely a 7.
7, so that's an 8 altogether. We gain the momentum for it, and we go for the crucifix pin. Can Calpier kick out? 1, 2, kick out of the crucifix pin. What a match. And now we get to the finish. So, we'll talk through it. So Calpier, I don't think he's going to play any kind of favourites here. There's going to be a bit of a scramble, and he's just going to hit a roundhouse kick out of nowhere. That's going to be his idea for the finish. Foxy, what do you want to do?
Crucifix pin didn't work, so feet away. I'm gonna run as if I'm gonna go for it again, but instead of bringing him down for the crucifix, I'm gonna swing around like a float over in and then hook in for the silver lining once more.
Silver lining, yeah. Now, Foxy, I rate your chances here. You got 9 momentum. Would you like to spend it?
Yes.
Yes. So
Of course I'm going to use on the fucking finish.
that's the formality at this stage, but here we go. So +9 roll for Foxy, +1 for Calpier. Let's see who wins out.
Why couldn't I fucking get that before?
It's an 11 with the 9. Yeah, it's a 20. Beats my 11 as well. So high rolls
Oh shit!
So you had a 12 to beat, and you beat it by 8. So yeah, good thing for that momentum, eh? And you hit the silver lining. It's 1, it's 2, and it's 3. Ring the bell, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner and through to the quarterfinals, Silver Fox.
Silver Fox for the gold.
Incredible scenes here. What a match we have just seen.
You get
here.
post-it notes for your birthday or something.
Still have it for posting. Fairness. But yeah, again, the commentators going, well, that was an incredible contest, perhaps the pick of the bunch already in what's an incredibly out of tournament, Nuala. It has to be said, Silver Fox looking closer to that best form we've seen of him, that championship winning form we've seen him as of late. A huge win against Calpier tonight.
Really, it does seem that the stoppage in between the match for the timeout for both competitors to have a snack really does seem to have worked in Silver Fox's favour. Hopefully going forward, however, he will be able to just continue straight through. This win should give him a bit more confidence going forward.
Absolutely, and it's well moved as well. As we keep the tournament bracket, Silver Fox will be facing the winner of Asylum member Carlton Titus or Jim E. Morris. That match is next week. I'm sure Silver Fox will be watching attentively to see who he faces in the quarterfinals. And it's going to be very
realistically speaking, it's probably going to be Jim Morris.
Well, potentially, you know, again, Carlton Titus is a powerhouse as well, but Morris, again, you have that experience, that edge of experience, that wily veteran instinct. I think
he is a man, I do believe, that just is able to steal the match, just like he'll steal the show or your moveset, depending on the day of the week.
It certainly is the case. I see you've done your research before arriving here, Nuala, and it's certainly bringing you in good stead here. And there you have it. So
it was left in the book.
It's all in the book. It's all in the handbook. So, good stuff.
However, the handbook is written in crayon, so I do have questions as to who actually left it behind.
Oh, I think that narrows it down quite a bit, to be honest. So, anyway, we move on to our next contest. Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is
all of one.
The Future World Championship Tournament. Introducing to the ring first, weighing in at 172 pounds from Manchester, England, Michaela Joyce.
Is this an actual match or is it two NPCs?
No, it's me.
Oh shit! Okay, sorry.
Forget the Conor Locke as a playable character now.
No, I wasn't sure if we were doing we were doing them all today or not tomorrow.
Anyway,
I do apologise. Last time I saw Conor Locke, he did have a tomahawk cutting off his head.
we all remember that. Classic.
Still my favourite fucking match.
I lost against the Tonga. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, you wish, man. You wish. That would have been that would have been a dignified death.
That's it. So again, not much pageantry in the Telegraph entrance. The commentators are basically talking about how these two are tag teams, and conveniently enough, at ringside, joining them on the commentary booth tonight is Nathan.
Did you say
Youngblood.
at ringside? Did you actually just say at ringside?
Ringside.
I'm nearly sure you did actually, in fact, say wingside.
I presume I said wingside. Otherwise, people would be laughing. So maybe I did. I don't know.
Only Alan Moss said it's wing side.
Oh my god!
He does say wing side, doesn't he?
Holy shit! We don't need Alan back anymore. Holy shit!
Told you.
Holy
That was legitimately unsettling.
Jesus Christ! Yes. That is actually so. No wonder his mother thought you were him on a voicemail.
Yep.
Fuck.
Should leave his phone unlocked.
Yeah, there you go.
Terrifying.
That's good.
Holy
We will
shit.
definitely not use that at some point in the RPG. So,
The
again,
promos. The promos.
all the promos. Yes.
Could literally do a fucking twin magic with that kind of shit.
Yeah, we could. Alan Moore possesses Conor Locke for a day. Anyway, so again, joining us on commentary for this match is the manager of these two young guns, Nathan Youngblood. Nathan, it's good to see you again. Welcome back to Future Wrestling. When you saw the draw play out last week, you must have been very intrigued by this particular match. Be honest, it must be pretty tough seeing both of your proteges facing off against each other.
No, like, to be honest, like, it's not that tough because I know they're both very capable competitors, and I am very intrigued to see about their progression. Conor Locke more so because he has surprised people in previous weeks. So can he keep this new upswing going?
Certainly is the case, and obviously, Nuala, as you remember from your handbook, there these two have met before in the namesakes tournament here, and shocking enough, it was a draw. So unfortunately, there must be a winner here tonight between these two. It should be intriguing to see how that goes.
Yes, I'm very, very intrigued indeed to see how this goes. However, I would like to speak to Mr. Youngblood here for a moment. Nathan, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. It is actually a great pleasure to have you here joining us here on Ringside. If we had to get down to the actual nitty gritty, as you people would say, over this, be honest, who's your pick to win?
That's unfair.
Asking the tough questions here, Nuala. It's a very tough one for Youngblood to ask on the spot.
Like, that's a loaded question, to be honest.
However, you have pointed out already that Conor Locke has really changed himself, kind of rebirthed it, if you will, kind of his whole appearance here at Future Wrestling. However, Michaela Joyce does seem to be slipping down through the cracks, or by the looks of things, the crack pipe. Where do you feel that she is going to be going within the future with this? If for example, she wasn't to win, do you think that she would still have a future here at Future Wrestling, or should we actually start to back Conor Locke on this one full in?
To be honest, I wouldn't count out Michaela Joyce. Like, she's, as I said, she's a very capable competitor, and I don't like your insinuation about that. It's a bit unfounded and no evidence to back that up.
You stay unfounded. However, we do actually have before and after pictures. We will actually be doing a full investigation into this with Pneumatics backstage after the show. There is going to be randomized drug testing brought in. But however, we should start getting to the match, as it is starting to get quite late and we do still have a match to go.
Yes,
let's get
to the match.
Thank you for joining us here. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Nathan. She's new and she's back still in the fucking the RTE type head, you know yourself. Anyway, this is why we don't hire.
Do you realise that when you whisper, you can still hear us? You are on a microphone.
Oh
you
yeah, no, you were meant to hear that.
Interesting that you turned away and covered your mouth as you did it. Interesting.
You'd still hear it.
Back to the ring.
Yes.
Sorry, Jonathan. Do I have a few minutes before I'm needed?
Work away.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So, and introducing her opponent, weighing in at 198 pounds from Inverness, Scotland, Conor Locke.
Well, coming out, just a general kind of cheeky smirk on my face, looking around the crowd. Generic walkout down to the ring, through the ropes. However, when I'm looking at Michaela, it's more of a menacing look, not so much a friendly look.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll leave it for the match start.
Interesting. like I said again, we heard from Conor Locke earlier on tonight that kind of more that inner edge that he kind of finds in himself. Perhaps he found in a match against Silver Fox. You can always see the difference in intensity, Nathan, when he's gone up against Michaela Joyce, who I suppose in a sense is a direct rival, a teammate, someone that he can compare to. And it's certainly going to be the case tonight to see how these two play out.
I'm not going to lie, like this, I'm looking forward to it because it's very unpredictable.
Could go either way, couldn't it? And we'll find out now. So we're going to start off the match. Again, I'm going to roll for Michaela Joyce, and Dave, you will play along. So, same again, lads, 10 spots. Let's get into it.
8.
8. Fantastic. And the least out of my roll, the better. So, Dave, you take control from here.
So I start off with a couple of punches to the gut and a whip to the ropes.
Grant, give us the work roll on that then. That's all you want to do.
5.
5 with the 6. So I think the best way of doing that is that you're going to go for that, and Michaela's going to reverse it and get you into the corner instead. And I think what she's going to go for, she's going to go for general strikes here to open up. So she's going to go for a straight roll on that, which is her work roll. And that's a 5. So she's going to go for that, and you reverse it back, and it's just a bit of a scuffle in the corner just to make the open spot. So no one gets any momentum out of that, essentially. Bit of a stalemate. So we move on to our next spot then.
Cool. 9.
9 beats my 7. So Connor, you take advantage from here.
So what I'm looking to do now is to basically come off the ropes for a flying clothesline.
Yep, flying clothesline. Cool. Yeah, give us why don't you use the look roll? -1. 10, nicely done. So flying clothesline successful, and you're in control of the match. So let's get to our next spot then.
Cool. 11.
11, nice. Beats my 5. So it's all yours, Connor. Take it away.
So what I'm wanting to do now is I'll pick her up, whip her against the ropes, and as she comes back, do a 2-leg takedown into the mat and go for a half crab just to do some damage on the leg.
Love it, love it. Yeah, work roll, +1.
10.
10 with the 1 makes it an 11. So nicely done there, Connor. In the half crab. And we'll move on to the next spot from there. So currently Michaela Joyce is in the half crab. And obviously you're keeping the pressure on. So let's see who wins the next roll.
7.
7. I also roll 7. So let's go again.
4.
And I rolled a 5. So
just edge me out.
So Michaela Joyce is going to grab the rope, and it's going to be a clean break, more or less. Obviously, Connor wants to try and keep the pressure on. So what I want Michaela to do here, I'm going to get her to do. What am I going to do? I'm going to go for something a bit flashy. I'm going to go for a float over DDT. So what she's going to do is she's going to get you into a bulldog position, and then do it over the turnbuckle. That's how she do it. Kind of like the what was it called? The not quite the sliced bread, but it's something along the same lines. So float over DDT. It's a +1. Let's see if she pulls it off. She doesn't, because I rolled a 4. So Connor, you're gonna have a chance to reverse float over DDT.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for. As she has me in the DDT, she goes for the push off from the turnbuckle. I'm gonna try and counter it into a fisherman suplex.
Nice.
So just straight that's one, over the back.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Work roll, Connor. Let's see if you can pull it off.
7.
7 makes it stick. So lovely stuff there. And we move on to our next spot then. So next roll.
9.
9 beats my 6. Connor, you're still in control.
Cool. So after the fisherman suplex, I'm going to climb up to the top rope and just do an elbow drop.
Go for the top rope elbow drop. Okay, that's going to be a look roll. -1. Let's see if you pull it off.
6.
6 with the -1 means you're going to miss it. Are you going to miss it? Yes, you're going to miss it. And I'm going to get Michaela Joyce to go to top rope herself and do the exact same thing. I'm going to get her to do a top rope elbow drop with the extra kind of like HBK type theatrics to see anything you can do. I can do better. So +1 roll. Can she pull it off? And she can. So, an top rope elbow drop for Michaela Joyce.
one.
That hits. And again, the commentator's going again. I have to say, at the moment, Conor Locke has had the better of Michaela Joyce in his opening contest. Nathan, obviously, these two know each other incredibly well, as we saw there from that top rope exchange, as it were. Obviously, it's an intense rivalry between the two. How do you feel this match is going so far for both competitors?
It's very back and forward, but like as we've seen, like Michaela Joyce just shown that little extra bit of more spirit.
Mm.
She has Conor Locke's number on some things, and he has her number on some things. So it is very back and forward, almost like a chess game between two
Yes. Well said.
frenemies, as it were.
Indeed. Like I said, that rivalry is very much evident. We saw that last season, and we're seeing it again now. Again, one big win for Conor Locke. Michaela Joyce reeling from what happened last week herself. So both of these have very much an urgency to keep either keep up momentum or regain momentum, respectively. So we're into the second half of the match, lads. Let's get into the next roll.
4.
That I got a 6, so I'm going to start off from there. So top rope elbow drop successful, and where am I going to go from there? I'm going to go for a submission from there, actually. And Michaela Joyce is going to rock out a figure 4. Going to go for a figure 4 leg lock. Student of the game, as we know. So it's a work roll. Let's see if she can pull it off. Can she pull it off? It's an 11. It's an 11
Wow.
on the figure 4 leg lock. So leg lock is fucking locked in, and yeah, she's gone for the submission here. So Connor, I'm going to give
Get some dinner first.
Yeah. So give us your roll, Connor. Let's see if you can get out of it.
8.
An 8, yeah, that'll do. So you're going to take some time in the figure 4, and you're going to break out from there, and that's where our next spot takes us from. So give us your roll next.
9.
9 beats my 5. So again, this is just after you've gotten out of the figure 4 leg lock. What do you want to do next?
So what I want to do is reverse the figure 4.
Oh, you're gonna go from there. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna go from in the figure 4, but I'm gonna flip it over and into a sharpshooter.
Lovely stuff. Again, the technician there of Conor Locke, that shit. Yeah, plus
You
1.
you mentioned the things you could do. I can do better thing. I'm kind of playing off that a little bit.
I like that. Yeah, so plus 1 on that, Connor.
Cool. So it's a 5.
The 5 with the 6. So you're going to go for the sharpshooter, but I think the way you'll lock in the sharpshooter, but it won't last long. So Michaela's going to scramble for the ropes after that. And that gives us a good standoff then for the next spot. So give us your roll, Connor.
5.
5. I rolled a 9. So Michaela's going to take advantage from there. And I think what she's going to go for is what is she going to go for from here? I think perhaps the best thing I think she's going to go for a power move. I think she's going to go for bringing out all the stops here. I'm going to go for a gut wrench power bomb. Go for a good old fashioned slam. Let's see if she can pull it off. It's a flat roll for power, so let's see if she can pull it off. And it's a 5. So she's going to go for the gut wrench, and she's going to lift you off the ground initially, but this is your chance to reverse from there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what I'm going to do is she goes for the gut wrench, manages to pull me up, but I'm going to go for the Hurricane Rana to take her down. So straight head scissors roll over.
Scissors roll over. Nice. Yeah, that'll be a luck roll, Connor. -1.
5.
5 and a 4. So you're going to go for the head scissors. She kind of will roll out of it herself, and we're kind of going to go for like a collision course then for the next spot. So basically both of us are kind of charging at each other, and we roll from this point on. So let's see who wins out on this.
8.
8 beats my 6. So again, we're running towards each other here. What do you want to do to take advantage?
I'm going to look to do a bit of damage. So I'm going to stop running. I'm going to have her run with all the momentum. And I'm going to look to do a belly to back over the ropes to the outside.
Ooh, that is quite nasty. I'm going to treat it as a power roll, Connor. That's a flat roll. Let's see if you can pull it off.
7.
You do. So it is. The belly to back goes over, and she lands outside. Nasty spill. Again, a bit of a tumble off the apron as well for good measure. So she crashes and burns outside. And again, the commentator's going, well, that was an impressive maneuver there from Conor Locke. Again, the key thing there, he stopped moving squared his weight off there and just vaulted Michaela Joyce over the top ropes. Newland, Nathan, that was quite impressive, you have to say. Fantastic instincts there from Conor Locke.
Really is a brand new Conor Locke that was seeing quite different from previous years of Conor Locke. Sorry, I'm quite distracted by a car getting a paint job right now.
That's all right. It happens to us all. So this is going to be the last spot before the finish. So Michaela Joyce currently tumbling outside, and Conor Locke currently in the ring. Let's see who gets the last bit of momentum.
6.
And I rolled a 7. So I think what's going to happen here is, let's see. So I think what I'd like to happen is Michaela Joyce is going to be still outside. She's going to be reeling. Referee's counting for a few seconds. And Conor Locke is going to take it back, going to have a go at a dive. He's just going to go for baseball slide is what I want him to do. He's going to go for baseball slide as Michaela's kind of reeling up. She's kind of at the apron there catching her breath. So when you go for the baseball slide, she's going to pull the apron up and trap you in it, the old Finley spot. And she's going to go for strikes from there. So I'm going to treat that as a straight roll. And she's just going to see how much damage she can get from there. And it's a 9. So there you go. She's going to have you basically trapped in the apron, and then she's going to roll you back into the ring as we roll into our finish. So, so Michaela Joyce's finisher is kind of his mandible claw type gimmick, but I'm not going to use that as the finish for this time around. I think I'm going to go for sort of a victory roll type deal. Or will I? No, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to the figure 4 for the finish, because I've worked over the leg already. So yeah, I'm going to go for that this time around. Connor, what would you like to go for?
So she's rolling me back into the ring.
Yes.
So as she comes back in, I would like to basically, as she slides in, put my leg over, sit on her back, and go for the arm breaker.
Ooh, okay. Right. So
Action her to slide, all my weight on her back, and just wrench at the arm.
Wrenching there. Okay, interesting. Right, in that case then, so I have 4 momentum from all of her spots, and you have 6. So we're going to obviously spend momentum on that. So
yep.
+6 for Connor, +4 for Michaela. Could go either way, lads. You never know.
9.
4.
Oh.
Locke is going to win. So again, as you said, you're going to go. Talk us through the finish anyway. Let's see. Tell us how it goes.
So basically, she's going to do a number on me as I'm trapped in the apron, pull me out from underneath and roll me back in. I kind of shoot back up, but she doesn't realize just kind of sliding back into the ring. I take advantage, grab the arm, come over the top, put my ass on her back basically, and just wrench the arm until she taps out.
And she taps out from there, of course. Again, it looks pretty violent from the. I suppose you kind of get the camera angle where you kind of see the snap back as well, so it looks pretty bad. She taps out in a yelp of pain, and we get the decision from there. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission, Conor Locke. Well, folks, that was exactly the type of competition we're expecting here from these two young guns, and Conor Locke prevails this time around again on that high tide of momentum he seems to have had since last week. And now he's through to the quarterfinals of the Future World Championship Tournament. Nathan Youngblood, you must be quite a proud teacher at the moment, seeing your 2 students prevail here in this fantastic competition.
Not gonna lie, I'm very, very, very impressed with both of them in this match, because it was very back and forward. Anyone could have won it, but obviously tonight was Conor Locke's night. So, and what a vicious way to do it as well. So,
I was about to say, Nathan, because our medical staff is kind of looking at Michaela Joyce there. It looks like perhaps some actual genuine damage was done there by Conor Locke. I hope unintentionally, of course. But obviously the tag team partners, but like I said, it kind of shows you how much intensity is needed to move up to the next step for Conor Locke, and for Michaela Joyce, it's back to the drawing board.
It also shows how well these two know each other, and how intense their rivalry has become over the last while.
100%. And yeah, we're going to leave it to Dave for the after. So what happens after this? So obviously medical staff are checking on Michaela Joyce. What's Conor Locke doing during all this?
So he's going to, well, I don't know if this is okay with yourself or the roster, but I was gonna kind of almost break up the tag team.
Ooh. All right. Well, what did you want to do?
So basically, the match finishes. Ref basically says, "Yep, Conor Locke's the winner." Whatever the crowd's doing. So I'm just gonna roll outside, lift up the apron, and it's
Throw a
not gonna be.
crack
It's
pipe
not gonna be a chair or a table. I'm gonna make this extremely cringy and stereotypical. Trust me. So he's gonna grab a case of Iron Brew from underneath the ring. He's gonna bring it in, crack open all the cans at once, and just pour it over Michaela.
Oh. I like that.
Dump
I do
the
like
cans, shake off the residue for his fingers over, and just walk away.
that. Well, Nathan Lundblood, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that, because that is quite a shocking turn of events from Conor Locke there. I value a penny for your thoughts here.
At any point, Nathan, do you want to do a retraction to your comments regarding Conor Locke after this shameful display that he has just shown Michaela Joyce, or are you still highly impressed with his actions?
As I said, I'm very impressed with how the match went. Not impressed with his behaviour after. Now, it's a bit uncalled for. If you didn't want to be in a tag team, that's fine. But you didn't need to do it this way.
As his trainer, do you believe that this is something he might have picked up from yourself? Or do you think it could actually have come from somewhere else? Maybe someone getting in his mind backstage?
It's a fair point, Neil. A fair point.
You know, it is a fair point, and I can't answer that. Only Conor Locke can answer that. So,
hopefully we will be able to secure an interview with Conor Locke either after this match or possibly going into next week to discuss this shameful display that he has shown Michaela Joyce here tonight. And our medical team have now finally removed her. However, we probably will need to get someone to clean in the ring, because Iron Brew not only stinks, but it is quite sticky.
It is, indeed it is. And but nevertheless, despite the antics of Conor Locke post-match, the critical issue here is what happens next for him, as he will be facing, intriguingly, the winner of the match next week between Damon Garrick and Cutter. And it's intriguing what will happen next in the life of Conor Locke, because perhaps he could have done with some backup, depending on how that match goes next week. We will wait and see. And we cut to commercial on that. So, lovely stuff, Dave. Thank you very much. So then, we're moving into our main event, thankfully. So, we're going to have our two back-to-back promos. I know, it feels like a long session, and yet we're flying through. It's weird. So, we're going to have our back-to-back promos here. So, the first one is going to be Violet and Cutter talking strategy. Basically explain, oh yeah, we're a team tonight, we're enemies later, blah, blah, blah. And then, instead of doing the opposite side for the tag team, it's going to be Jane Ray's on his own doing a call-out promo to the people in the tournament. That's essentially, because that was a promo I was going to do next week.
James, just remember, I'm your fucking tag team partner tonight, all right? Just remember that, sir.
I don't play well with others.
I've noticed that in the past. We've noticed that, okay? We also know that you and Cutter have a little lovers tiff going on at the moment, all right? But just, just be fair, okay?
No tiff.
Tiff.
It's just lovers.
Yes.
I was like, oh shit, where's this going?
Straight to the point.
Yes.
That non-canon episode that I'm now just thinking of. Oh my.
Is this going to turn into one of those weird games you play? One of those weird Japanese games?
No, not even. It's going to be what it's going to be is like completely like mistaken situations.
It's going to be an entire episode of Billy and Chuck promos.
No, not even that, but like everything, like something so innocent suddenly just turns really fucking weird when
it's going to be the
James
Stephanie walks in on Triple H and
yeah.
This is how you reverse a hammerlock.
And just random wrestlers walking in on situations that are completely innocent and are all like.
I was thinking more the lines of Snitsky and Tyson Tomko being caught backstage by Cena. It's just like, it wasn't my fault.
I like poetry. Do you like poetry?
Yeah, Heidenreich and Cole seems more appropriate. Size difference and all that.
Twinkle,
Nail on
twinkle,
high
little rat. How I wonder.
I don't
where
recall
you met.
that. I don't recall that ending with Michael Cole knocking out Heidenreich.
That was the backstory. You didn't see it. Michael Cole's a legitimate worker.
Undefeated at WrestleMania.
Exactly.
That's true. Fair point. So let's get our promos in. So the first one is going to be with Violet Storm and Cutter backstage. Just talk it out and take it away, guys. Whoever wants to take the lead on that.
Violet, I think the last time we were in the ring together, I beat you. I beat you, and I beat the absent champion. All right, that's funny. Funny how things work out. But anyway, tonight things are different. Yeah, joking aside, I have your back. We got a match. It's the tag team match with two tough opponents, but there's also the matter of the tournament. That's going to be in the back of both of our minds. And
Well, how about you win that tournament and we put on a show? Because honestly, let's get this done tonight, and then get the right two people fighting it out for the title. Then
couldn't agree more. Me and you are on the same page. We'll take these two down. The rest can write itself.
You do realise that's impossible. No, Christian. You changed it. Never mind. Yeah, he changed
Thank
it.
you.
Sorry, go on.
yeah. Well, look, I'll be honest. I'll still be watching my back because every time I've been in a tag team, it hasn't really ended very well. So I guess we'll just see how it goes at the end of the night.
That's fair. Look, I've been backstabbed a time or two as well. I lost the tag titles without losing the tag titles, so fucking make sense of that. But
yeah, well, they've kind of gone into obscurity anyway, so
yeah, nobody really gives a shit about them anymore, so it's fine. So look, let's get this done. We'll work together tonight, and then we'll play the tournament by ear. Come on, May. All right. Shake the hand. We're good.
And there you have it. Lovely stuff.
He was quietly seething at those comments.
So they're not wrong.
He's like,
they're not wrong comments, but like,
they are factually consistent. So then we crossfade then to a punching bag getting absolutely mullered out of it, shockingly by James Rage.
When I'm done, you will all have this to wonder. You will all have to ponder why I went as far as I did. And the answer is simple. Right now, you have witnessed 4 matches in this tournament. 4 competitors have advanced to the next stage, and none of it matters. Because frankly, this tournament is already a foregone conclusion. And I know what you're thinking. It must be extremely arrogant to say that, because there is competitors. There is Silver Fox, the longest reigning future world champion ever. There's Cutter, the 7-foot-tall monster. There's Jim E. Morris with his 20 years of experience. There is the inimitable Ratman, who has somehow captured the audience's imagination. There's even the unknown Casey Colt, who has put her career in the hands of Rob Midas. So you might be thinking, how can I be so sure that I'm going to walk through this tournament when there's so many competitors there? And at the end of it, at the very end, you get Violet Storm, who has proven herself throughout season 1. So how can I be so sure that I'm the next future world's champion? And the answer is simple. Of the 12 people left standing in my way, you have 12 competitors who are desperately in need of the future world championship. You have 12 people who need that title to validate their careers and to keep them relevant. Whereas the truth is, James Rage doesn't need the future world championship. The future world championship needs James Rage. So tonight tonight we have a little tag team contest. And I am up against the person who will definitely be standing there at the end, Violet Storm, and the biggest competitor in the tournament, Cutter. And at my side, I've got a competitor who the only thing anyone knows about them is that they have attacked people from behind. And she's being backed up by none other than Rob Midas. So James Rage finds himself in an unfortunate situation, as it were. But the truth is, tonight doesn't matter. I have never been successful in tag team matches because James Rage truly does not play well with others. But tonight, I get to see what Casey Colt is made of. Tonight, I get to see if Violet Storm is ready to take it right to that next level. And tonight, it is extremely likely that James Rage and Cutter will lock horns once again. Tonight, what we've got is a case of Beauties and the Beasts. We've got a science fiction double feature. And when I'm done, this ring will flow with a river of blood. Those hallways will be choked with their corpses and body bags. And then when you're sitting around and you're wondering, you're pondering, why did James Rage go so far to win that title? Look back on this and you'll know it was because this company and this industry needed me to.
And we leave it there. Lovely stuff, like, guys. So, right then. So we'll get our look rolls in for everybody. So, Amy, I didn't roll for you.
Was beautiful.
Most beautiful.
As soon as you went for it, I was like, "Oh my god, it's actually happening! He's going Rocky Horror." I love this.
Madness is taking control. Sorry, Foxy. Either way,
just a little jump to the left.
Yes.
Maybe a step to the right.
Lads, the absolute anticipation.
Oh, yes.
What?
Don't do it, you bastard! Do it! Fucker!
Patience.
One bloke waited 9 years. 9 years to make
Yeah,
that
I
joke.
saw
He said
that.
it
That was
weird.
brilliant.
Oh,
So
right.
They're
Anyway,
all
your look rolls.
confused.
I know. Anyway, so
Back to Rocky
I'll ask
Horror,
for.
Foxy.
I think I just
Okay.
came.
That's definitely going in the edit.
It's right there. Best part of it so far.
Right, do it right after he does anticipation, and then just slice to me saying it.
James Rage and Casey Colt in one night.
No. Like, splice that to the end of Jamie's promo.
Yeah. Oh, just go. Well, James Rage really is a ladies' man. That's the next gimmick we're going to use with him. Anyway.
Oh
so,
my God, we're going to Dean Malenko him.
No,
Yes.
we're not. We're going to listen.
Yeah, that's more like it. Anyway, yeah, I'll ask for look rolls from those guys there. So Jamie, Kira,
Shit.
Dennis, I'll take one from you as well, Amy as well. So 9, so 9.
What's that? 10? 10.
And 10, yeah, as well. And Amy for the roll from the last promo as well.
Lord,
Because I realised I didn't take points for you there.
She actually attacked me like I could see her coming at me for once.
It's amazing. It's amazing
wasn't
how
from behind this time.
it's amazing how my character is able to Pearl Harbor people from in front.
It doesn't
Thank you. I was about to make that
I
joke.
couldn't do anything
Yeah.
about it.
Your own heart. I'm Razor Ramon.
Yikes.
Oh, I can see him.
Yeah.
Maybe I should make that. Maybe I should move out of the way. Now I'll just I'll continue my promo.
Seth Rollins sitting at the commentary booth. Alistair Black rumping straight in front of him.
So guys, let's
I'm
get
in
into
danger.
I'm in danger. Yeah, let's get into our main event. So
How did he
this
get
next contest
How
is a
did they
tag
get-
team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing to the ring first, Weighing in at 199 pounds from Tombstone, USA, Casey Colt.
For a moment, I thought you said cunt.
That's going to be a Freudian slip I'm going to have to avoid all season, thanks to Amy.
Oh, that's gonna be hilarious when it actually does happen.
Yep.
There's no real kind of, is there any kind of doing much for it? There's no interaction with the crowd on the action. It's just go straight to the ring, kind of walk around the ring a little bit, kind of get a gauge for things before just getting in and sitting on the turnbuckle and waiting.
Indeed. And like I said, it's such a difference, Nuala, from the Casey Colt we saw last week, who was so excited and bubbly to be here as she made quick work of Michaela Joyce. But as we saw later on that night, she really showed her true colours as she aligned with Rob Midas. An intriguing career choice. Historically, it's gone incredibly well for competitors, and it's always, as they've said with Midas, it often does lay a path of gold to the competitors, with Silver Fox being the only exception to that rule. How do you feel this new, relationship will work between Casey Colt and Rob Midas?
It is widely known now back on the independent scenes with Casey Colt that she does have a habit of making more enemies than she does friends. It is going to be very interesting to see how this one does pan out. However, if her past work is to be repeated itself, I would recommend that everyone does watch their back around this backstabbing bitch.
Indeed, and again, as I said, the reputation does precede Casey Colt in that regard, and it does seem to see we're seeing the real Casey right here in Future Wrestling. And introducing her partner, weighing in at 231 pounds from the Asylum Fight Camp, James Rage.
Nothing really out of the usual. Out through the curtain, stare down the crowd, lock eyes with Casey. Take a second on that. Just to confirm, Rob is not here tonight, is he? Or is he?
No,
he's not.
No. Perfect. Cool. Lock eyes, intense stare down the ramp.
It's going to be a fucking manager running to cut a promo on you when you're not ready.
I'm always ready.
And then scurry away before you can respond.
Yeah.
So I come down, I circle the ring just to show that I'm aware I'm in hostile territory. Get in the ring, walk over to Casey and offer a hand.
Casey, do you take a offer?
I'll shake his hand.
Again, an interesting dynamic there between these two partners, Nuala, because again, if you do look at the tournament brackets, there is a possibility that these two will face off in the quarterfinals. It's an interesting dynamic between the two here. It's intriguing to see how this match is going to go for both of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Casey Colt here quite actually has nothing to fear yet going into this match. However, realistically speaking, probably best to keep your teammate on your side. However, we have seen in the past that James Rage, while he does not get on well with others truly do not get on well with him. So it is going to be an interesting dynamic to see if both these competitors can keep things professional and not let personal grievances get in the way.
It's a very, very fair point, Nuala. It's going to be intriguing, fascinating to see how this is going to play out, as is the dynamic between the next team coming up. And their opponents. First, introducing, weighing in at 381 pounds from parts unknown, Cutter!
So Cutter comes out wearing his new usual attire. So it's the jeans, the cut-off gloves, and the beanie. He's out. He makes a few gestures towards the crowd on the ramp, the standard babyface fare. Yeah, that one. Hey! He walks down to the bottom of the ramp, looking up at the two in the ring. And I'm going to wait there for Violet to come down. Going to show a little bit of unity at the start here.
And indeed, the music cuts out from there, and we hear Violet's on team music. And introducing his partner, weighing in at 188 pounds from Dublin, Ireland, Violet Storm!
So I come out through the curtain, a few high fives with the crowd, but mainly just meet up with Cutter at the bottom of the ramp. We'll go from there.
Little fist bump and away we go.
Very good, I like it. And again, like I said, Violet Storm very much has a point to prove as well. Again, busy week for last week, cashing in that title shot, but also what happened at the end of the show with Casey Colt revealing her true colours here, Nuala. A lot to prove in this match, a lot of history between these four competitors, even with Casey Colt being this new outsider coming in. A lot to happen here in this match. It's intriguing to see how this will play out.
Very interesting indeed, Mike. Very interesting indeed. We do have to note as well, actually, a new cutter kind of coming into this. He has that happy-go-lucky, some like probably golden retriever type personality going on with him. Him and Violet Storm. Him and Violet Storm definitely do seem like a perfect match with regards to a tag team. However, again, just like the team in front of them, they both do have a history of picking the wrong teammate, and it always seems to have backfired. Probably something that maybe should be looked into with regards to the tag team division within this company. Clearly, no one plays well with others unless they're screwing each other behind their backs. Back to the ring.
Well,
Yeah, they are.
I'm not going to comment on those remarks, Nuala. I'll leave that to you to throw that one around. But nevertheless, we will
screwing each other backstage. Oh, I'm sorry if you're taking that as a sexual term. However, what I refer to it as is more of a backstabbing term.
Oh, sure.
Whatever you're into.
Yes.
The giggling from Violet Storm indicates that she is listening and she is taking this the wrong way. However, we have seen the looks that Cutter and James Rage have been giving each other throughout the show. So it probably is something to maybe look into. All I'm saying, lads, weekend away does the heart a good turn.
So guys,
and Fiona Bruce. And I'll see you on the next one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
so
That's better than your post-it notes.
It's not wrong. You're not wrong.
So,
Jesus.
To be fair, that's the only reason why
That
most
was
of us are here now.
yeah, in fairness. So yeah, guys, let's get into it then. So it's going to be a fairly quick pace. So the way it's going to work, this first time we've done a tag team match with the spot system. So it's going to be 12 spots. The way we're going to do it is essentially, obviously you're teamed up. So whoever basically gets the highest roll out of the four basically decides what happens next. So say if you're active or inactive, you can either tag yourself in or you can steer your teammates who will do whatever you think is a good idea. So where you can work that way. So do you guys perhaps want to decide who's starting off? Maybe might be the best way of doing it.
Well, I have just if the roles actually let it go ahead on this one, if our team get the higher roles, realistically, since James and Casey are already in the ring and the other two are out of the ring. Like, I mean, you've kind of left it open for two fucking torpedoes here.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
what my idea was anyway. Did the fist bump and we got up on the apron, but I'm cool with doing the torpedoes out if you want to.
No, I'm happy with that as well.
But if you're on the apron, then it works well. But that's obviously only if James is happy to go with that, and if we obviously roll the higher too.
Yeah. I think we'll leave it there. Let's go for the open roll. So yeah, guys, go for it. Give us your rolls and see who wins out.
They get on the apron and you Pearl Harbor them from in
front.
Okay, it's a 9. 7.
Oh.
It's an 11.
Oh, there you go. You're Pearl Harbored.
Are you happy for us
What
to
are we
Pearl
doing?
Harbor? Are you happy for us to Pearl Harbor from the team from in front, or do you want to do something different?
I had a bit of a notion for this.
Remember your heels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you talking about doing double suicide dive out on top of them?
That's
but now they're actually on the apron. So what we could do actually on the rope and maybe hit them with double.
It's a hot start.
Okay. See, I was thinking, I'll run it by people. If you prefer the torpedo, we can go with that. But what if it was to start with Violet in the ring? It looks like James Rage is going to start. James moves forward, going for the lockup, and Casey Colt comes in from the sides, clipping her leg. James Rage casually steps out of the ring. You're actually the legal person starting out.
There you go.
Okay,
like that.
again,
It's better,
there's also a Pearl Harbor in this, and I like the fact that Pearl Harbor
Yeah.
seems to be a trend that we have going on for this match. Completely unintentionally. I do like the idea of just Pearl Harboring everyone from in front.
No, I like that a lot, actually. I like that a lot. So, it'll just be a straight roll because it's a little bit of a misdirection. So, Jamie, you roll on behalf of the team.
Yep. Blitz attack.
And it's a
9.
Can't see.
9, successful. So, so you'll square up to Violet Storm, but Casey Colt's going to come in from the side and blindside Violet Storm, and that'll be the opening spot. So, Violet, you're going to be the the legal woman for your team, and Casey, you'll be the same on your side, and Jamie and Cutter are on the apron, just for my own records here. So, guys, give us your 4 rolls. Let's see who wins out. It's our next spot.
Fucking roll again, you prick.
Ooh, 11.
10.
10.
10.
And 8. Right, so
8.
Kira, you have the top roll. So you're currently in the ring with Casey Colt. What do you want to do next?
Okay. So
She's blitz attacked you.
yeah. So essentially, I want to. Jesus.
Or if you trap her leg, bring her down and put her into like a grapevine thing. Because she took you down on the ground. So if you just got your legs, wrap around her leg, bring her down with you.
Yeah.
Get me?
That works, yeah.
When you're down.
That's a good shout, yeah. Yeah.
Up to you. I mean, you.
Yeah, no, go for that because I went blank.
Dun, 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 dun. That'll be just a work roll for you, Violet. And it's a 10, successful. Ooh. So yeah, you do take down Casey with that, and basically just like as I said, you have it wrapped up in a sense. So it's the same again, lads. So give us your rolls, see what happens next.
Oh, not good. 8.
8. 6.
And Jamie, you're on 6.
5.
Okay, Dennis, Amy, give us your rolls again. You both drew 8.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. 6.
Oh, it's 9. Okay, so Amy, you're going to take control with from Violet here. So she's gone for the grapevine. What do you want to do as a reply?
What way exactly then are we wrapped up on this then?
She has you in a leg grapevine.
So it's like a front-facing leg lock, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like a figure 4, like without the added pressure.
Kind of, except you're face down. Okay, so she got you. She tripped you. When you tripped her, she went back, wrapped her legs on you, took you down. So you're face down. She then wrenched your leg back. So she's leaning face up, you're face down, and she's wrenching on your leg.
Yeah.
Okay, is there a counter to get out, something like that then, or do I just have to
You can just rotate and kick her in the face.
Okay, well then I'm rotating and kicking her in the face.
That is a good shout. And
it's a very heel thing to do as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yeah.
It's a real roll, and it's a +1. +1. And that will do it. You kind of need it in the end. So yeah, kick to the face is successful, and I suppose you just kind of take it from there. So we're 3 spots in, lads. Give us your rolls again. We have a bit of a standoff in the ring, so let's see where we go from here.
9.
9, 10.
We match.
7.
And 7. Okay, Jamie, you have impetus here. What do you want to do?
Oh shit. Get up, she feeds up. You throw her to our corner. You follow her in as if to kind of throw the strikes. The referee gets between you, pushing you out, and I take a cheap shot, laying her out, seated in the corner, and leaving you in control in the ring.
Okay, we're going to go with what James Rage has suggested then on this one.
Very good.
Really healing it up.
Yeah, and I'm going to...
I like how me and Kira are the dolls, while Cutter and James are actually literally just... All right, we're just going to do the match from here.
Well, let's make this a classic spot then. While the ref push...
I truly appreciate this.
While the
Yes.
ref pushes her out, I'll go to get in. The ref will come over to me to push me
class.
back into my corner, and then let him take the cheap shot then.
Okay, I'm even going to heal it up more because of that. And instead of taking the cheap shot, I'm going to use the ring rope or the tag rope to choke her.
Love it. Perfect. It's a heal move either way, Jamie. So it's a +2 roll for you to pull it off.
Oh shit! We're rolling again on this.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I mean. Like, so do we actually have to roll when we decide what we want to do?
Yeah, because it's a normal roll. Like.
That's what we do in the matches too.
It's to take the initiative and then do the successful spots. That's what I'm saying.
Have we always done it that way?
This is how we're doing it. Yeah. Well, no, this is how the new system.
The new way.
Okay, so this is okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that was successful, Jamie. That's our roll. So yeah.
She's so deflated after that.
It is quicker in the long run, I assure you.
Okay.
Make sure I don't die.
Exactly.
Oh, Jesus! I'm sorry. You might. I got a 5.
Then
you might be dead.
I have a 10.
And Jamie, that's an 8. Okay, so the advantage goes to the heals either way. So Casey, you got the upper roll here. So take control from here. What do you want to do?
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Go for Jamie.
Yeah. So I'm assuming then that Violet is just like struggling to breathe. Then at this point, like she's obviously like the wind knocked out of her. Then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She's seated
what
now
I'm going
in
to
the
do
corner.
then. Yeah. She's seated in the corner. Okay. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to go not the up corner, but coast to coast.
Ooh, coast to coast. Okay. Grant, I'm going to treat it as a luck roll, +1.
Oh, thank you, Jesus Christ.
Very flashy for a heel.
It is, in fairness. Although Shane has always been.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's an 11 altogether. So lovely stuff there from Casey. Good stuff there. So that hits Storm right on the money. Money. We get it. And yeah, we go from there then. So so guys, give us your rolls. I think I'll roll for Jamie on his behalf and then give it to Amy, who's first out. So 9, 10.
9.
That's a 9 as well. And mine is also 9. So Kira, you get a chance to get back here. So what do you want to do?
I think the smart thing to do is to go for a hot tag for Cutter and get out.
Fair enough, yeah. Okay, so
get to the cutter.
Damn it, Amy. That was the best one of the night.
I don't know if I'm happy or ashamed.
No, you shouldn't be. You really shouldn't be.
That's one of the night. The competition wasn't too high, to be fair.
Wasn't there, no. So yeah, in that case, so I guess the best way of doing it is like Casey kind of tries to feed Violet back up again, Violet like pushes her off and then tags in Cutter. And then we get the whole like, oh shit, here comes Cutter. So take away from here, Dennis. What's your spot?
Standard hot tag fare. Casey feeds up to me. I take her down with a clothesline. Feeds up, take her down again. Feeds up, take her down again. At which point, I like obviously James Rage to come in. I'll hit him with one clothesline, back him into the corner, whip him out, and follow him through with a splash, and that'll make him powder.
All right then, good stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna treat that again. So if it's a hot tag overall, I'm going to treat that as a luck roll. So this is a straight roll for you, Cutter, and we'll see. It should be okay.
It's like 7 straight rolls involved in this amount of stuff he wants to do.
That's an 11. There you go. That works. Again, it's for that. Again, that's what I'm saying. It's not like for move anymore. It's the entire. It's a spot. So like if you're doing like you can do just.
It's a hot tag spot like.
Now, so we're with Cutter and with Casey at the moment in the ring, and so yeah, guys, give us your. With Cutter, yeah.
So, but if he's done the whole move set, then so James Rage is now off. Yeah. He's on the ground now. Then.
Yes.
He's powdered. Yeah. But not for long because it was only a splash. So he's only.
Yeah, you came back at the worst possible. You left at the worst possible time.
Yeah. Turns out the baby.
Apparently, all you need to do is roll high, and you can do like 30 moves in one roll. Now,
it was a hot tag,
tag matches.
A normal hot tag spot.
Okay, so we all roll.
Yeah, I'll roll for that. Yeah. And like I said, we'll just keep the consistency as we can. So 10, 10, 11, and 9. Okay, so actually,
All
this
the
is-
11s for Amy, you bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck. God damn.
actually this works out quite well.
Does
because-
it make a difference? Like,
Wait, yeah, you have control now. You've
Yeah.
control.
Yes. So what does that have to do in the hot tag?
This is
there?
your
So
spot now.
It's your spot. So you do what you want to do here now.
so what's my position again? So I'm lying flat then. I'm like,
You've just taken a couple of clotheslines. You're now more than likely, because I've just hit James Rage. That has caused me to have my back to you, so you have a chance
okay,
to feed up.
right.
And get me.
All right. I'm going for a Pearl Harbor then. All right. So I'm having a rage at getting like one over on me, sort of thing, of like getting this in. The tag partner, who I have yet to properly introduce myself, now been left flat out. So that kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth. I'm going to run the ropes and I'm going to get him into a crossface chicken wing in the middle of the ring. Lock it.
Oh,
Proper.
cool.
Get real tight on
Okay.
there on that one.
all right. Interesting. You got 4 momentum. Do you want to spend
I'm going
some?
to try and break his arm. What is full momentum now? 6? Well,
You got 4. 4 momentum.
4. Oh, 4 momentum. I thought you said full. I was like, what the fuck is this then? No, I won't use
Let's go and throw that into it.
If I use my momentum, we're already halfway through the match, and technically James is going to have to come in then at some point.
Hmm.
And I do want to
Well,
break his arm.
That's your decision. He doesn't have to.
Yeah.
No, but I do want, my decision is I want to break your arm.
Yeah, but you just said you wanted to bring James Rage in, and I said that's your decision. You don't have to bring him in.
No, but if I want to use my momentum, then I will have to bring James in. Because I won't be able to finish the match if I've no momentum, if you get me.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get you. I get you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Right,
go-
so fuck it. I'll use my momentum. I'll use my momentum and try and break his arm on this,
Okay.
and then use a chicken wing.
Go for it. Plus 4.
This could
plus 4
feed
roll.
nicely to my gimmick, actually. This could go
It could,
nicely.
Peter.
Yeah.
Loaded cast.
What have we got?
12.
Oh,
I'm not surprised.
Wow.
Not surprised.
Wow. Right. So again, after Cutter goes a hot dog, he thinks he's hot shit. He gets it, and then locked in into the fucking
Boom.
recoil, into the crossface chicken wing. And yeah, we're gonna have to treat it as a submission, because that's fucking critical. So Cutter, you have a chance. You have one chance to get out of it.
I want this to happen, though.
Okay. Which one?
This will feed into my gimmick beautifully.
Okay.
Do you want the arm break included?
Yeah.
Because
This is going to
okay.
come into my gimmick
Yeah.
beautifully. I'm going to
Okay.
load that cast up. I'm going to fucking wreck everybody.
Oh, Bob Orton has entered the chat.
he wants his
Interesting.
gimmick
Yeah,
back.
no. Look, they're heels. She's a new heel. This is a good way of getting her
This is
over.
the-
I
yeah,
don't
this
want
is
to
the
fight
heel
this
you
really.
Yeah. Okay. No. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
I think it makes sense in the kind of scheme of things. I had another idea for the match, but it's obviously not going to work that way. So I think this could work as well. I can make it work. So I reckon that I think you could pick a better move than the crossface chicken wing to break my arm.
That's my finisher.
It's a finisher.
Oh, is it?
my
Oh, well
finisher,
then
yeah.
that'll do. Okay, that'll do. So,
I'm thinking think more Bob Backlund using it as opposed to Redacted using it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really
So-
like properly done. as
Yeah.
well.
So break the arm. What I'll do is obviously like Cutter's not the type of scream, but you
that
see.
actually wouldn't end in a win then for us. That would actually end in
No.
a
I'm giving you
stoppage.
the spot. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, and you can decide whether or not you want to go with this or not. Okay. So you lock in the chicken wing. You get it locked in. You're wrenching. As I said, Bob Backlund, and it's kind of crazy and all that. And you drag me down.
Oh yeah, there's a proper scream.
Yeah,
like
and you
pure
then you
rage scream.
like give it time, and then you wrench your arm back, and it goes. Now Cutter's not the type to really scream or anything, but he'll very clearly be in a lot of pain, and he'll
jeez.
basically looking at his hand, kind of selling it that it's broken. I'll roll straight out of the ring, and the idea here would be that obviously the ref would come to check on me outside the ring, leaving Violet to you to do any nasty heel thing you want to do, right?
Mm.
At which point the ref would have to make the decision that I can't continue, so Violet's in on her own, making her the legal woman. You've now got the pin. Did you get me?
Hmm. I do like that, but I also like the idea of me just kind of laughing from the sideline as James Rage just goes to town on Violet.
Yeah, you could do like you could literally
Please,
like.
Eddie.
Can I rephrase that?
Like, sorry,
Oh, do you know what'd be better? Have the referee has to pull
physically
you off
beating
of me.
Violet in the ring.
The
That's-
referee
Yeah, because like if we
has
end
to
it,
pull you
like,
off.
because this would end as a ref stoppage, I think, as a stop the match, like leaving no winners. Foxy, you're an actual
I like that.
referee.
Yes.
How the fuck would a match like this end? It would be a ref stoppage.
It was about time that you actually fucking asked me. Like,
Yeah.
I assumed you would have just butted in.
no, because there's too many
Right
people
for that shit.
talking. It's like, no. But anyway, the way you could
I
do
like
it
it,
is that you can sell it like how crafty you are. Because like Kurt completely forgot about you altogether.
Yeah.
And you got him completely by surprise and you have him.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that like by the time like he realized what's going on, you've literally like wrenched it and that's it. Like that's
It's
the
gone,
shoulder or
yeah.
the arm, it's gone. So like there's a pop or a snap. He rolls out, referee goes out to check on him. While he's checking on him, Violet can get beat up by nasty heel tactics. Finally when the referee decides it's like, look, you can't continue. We need to get a medic out for you. So this can give you plenty of time to do whatever you need to do, or Violet could stage a comeback in that time, and referee can slide back in. Match can continue. It's just that Violet will be on her own. So
Yeah, you could do that. That would be a good way to big up the kind of underdog babyface.
the match doesn't have to stop. Just the person that's
many-
injured has to get out.
Yeah.
How many moves do we have left? 3?
At this point, right, if we're cheating that, then where
Four.
you have 5 left, so
Okay.
you'll be enough for like a rally for Violet Storm. But
How the fuck
again,
did we make it halfway and still have how many moves per match?
it was actually
11.
it was the main event, so I was gonna.
It varies. The main event has more.
12.
But like I said, I
thought-
thought
sorry,
this
I
was
thought
going
it
to be
was
fast
only
paced
10.
with spots, but it wasn't. So yeah, like that one kind of backfired. To be honest with you, like again, depending on how this goes, like it's a minute, it's a maximum 12. So if there's a pinfall beforehand, the match is over. That's the way it's working.
But yeah, that's the way you can play it out anyway. It can still, there's plenty of time that you can actually have.
Yeah, but I'm
Violet
out
stage
of
a
there.
comeback.
Like I'm
Yeah,
a
you're-
non-issue now.
Yeah, you're deemed
Right, so
Yeah.
now
you're okay.
can't.
So you're out of it, but we
I'm
won't
gone.
do it then as a submission. Then okay, so you'll just roll out. then
It's not a
yourself then.
submission. I've
No.
just
Grant,
been deemed
okay.
that I can't compete.
Yes.
Okay,
It's for your
so
own
all
safety.
right,
Yeah.
right. So we'll do that then. So get him into the chicken wing. Get pop the shoulder out on this one. Cutter rolls out of the match. Foxy, sorry, the ref goes. Sorry.
Yeah.
The ref checks. I'll say it's
Habit
funny.
there.
It's force of habit. It is force of habit. Sorry. CJ West goes out and checks on him to see if he's able to continue the match. While he's checking on him, then Violet Storm is kind of trying to see what the fuck is going on. She's kind of standing at the apron. She's stupidly, naively got her back to James Rage because Casey would literally kind of be standing as if, what the fuck, come on, stop being a pussy, get back in the ring, sort of situation on it. And then James Pearl Harbors her from behind. I want my nickname to be Casey Pearl Harbor Colt.
It worked so far, to be honest. It's like it's a winning strategy. You can't say it isn't.
Yeah. That's the move then that I want to do.
Sounds good.
And
Yeah. No. Yeah. Fair enough.
Right.
Yeah. Give the impetus to James Rage. So yeah. That's grand. So after all that, then Cutter is out of action. Violet Storm is left to her own, and it is in either way. In other words, a handicap match from this point on. So Violet, you're on. It's a bit of an uphill struggle from here because of that critical submission. So
Come on, you underdog, you got this.
So which way do you want to? Which way do you want to do from this guy? Do you want to see like who gets the rolls from initiative, or do you want to go by the back and forth? What way do you want to end this match?
We've started doing it by rolls by initiative, so we'll stick doing this one then by rolls by initiative.
Cool. Okay, so in that case, then it'll work 2 versus 1. So Amy and Jamie, and then Violet. Let's see who's win team.
Amy and Jamie.
Amy, Jamie. Oh, okay. I see a 12. I see an 11. Jamie, what was yours?
The fucking 12.
11. Fucking hell, lads. Wow. Right. So, Kira,
So
Don't
we're
call it
not.
a comeback.
So we're not. So we're not doing tag teams combined scores of 22.
Oh,
We're just gonna go
no.
with, we're just gonna go with the one person's 12. All
Yeah,
right,
I
we'll
think
see how
that's-
fair this is.
That's
Whatever.
So,
Changing
Kira,
the rules as we go, but
highest
whatever.
roll winner.
Yeah,
highest
but
roll
we're a
that.
team. We literally said as a team. So
Yeah,
highest roll-
technically
whoever wins
22
it
is the
overall.
highest roll.
highest roll one overall. Jesus.
Because it's physically impossible for me to get a 22.
Exactly. That's why.
I wanna
That's why.
die.
Use your fucking momentum, Kira.
Right, Kira, right. Here, have control, okay? With the critical, right? You have a choice. You can either do the double momentum, double spots, or gained audience. What would you like for this?
How come I didn't get that option with a critical?
But it was critical for the submission. There's two
All right,
roles
sorry.
involved. Yeah.
I think I'm going to need all the momentum I can get.
Okay, so you're going for the momentum. All right then. So you have a choice here. Who do you target? Casey Colt or James Rage? I think Casey's in the ring here, so perhaps she's the one to target. Or are you
Technically,
gonna go for
both of
James?
us are in the ring.
Both of you in the
She's
ring. Yeah,
legal.
you are. So yeah. So what would you like to do here?
I'm pretty sure at this point now we're just doing fucking tornado tag rules.
Pretty
It is
much.
broken down.
Okay, so
Fuck that noise. I'll be on the ring holding the. Fuck, I'll be on the apron holding the rope. If there's no rules, what do we break?
Casey's
We have no rules. Where would we be? Sorry, Care, go for it.
So is Casey basically leaning over the ropes, kind of looking at Cutter guy and kind of going, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I suppose she is.
So I'm
Yeah.
going to assume that. I'm going to
Yeah.
assume that James Rage has gone, ref's out, fuck, get her. And I am going to use the ropes and leap for a Hurricane Rana on Rage.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Right, yeah. Cool. That's going to be a luck roll. Straight roll, unfortunately, Violet, but let's see if you pull it off. And you do. Double momentum is yours. Nicely done. And James Rage takes the Hurricane Rana. So we're down to 3 spots. And so same again, guys. Give us your roll, Kira. So here you go. And guys, can you beat an 8? It's a 9.
Yeah.
Jamie, can you beat a 9?
If one-handed.
Match it.
You can match it? Yeah, that's fine with me. So you can go for a double team here, guys. Whatever you want to do between is basically, as we've seen, Violet Storm is just kind of head scissored James Rage out of it. So between yourselves, what do you want to do to fight back against Violet Storm?
I think, okay, based on what my character has kind of been like so far, I think she just has a bit of an anger management issue with the whole situation. So she's just going to get really pissy.
Really?
And just reef Violet down, like proper by the hair. Maybe an extension comes out. A la Charlotte Flair.
Yeah?
Yeah, it happens in her.
Maybe.
Like proper, like just go for the absolute bitch fight of a hair pull right down to the ground, drag her into the corner so we can get a tag and tag James Rage in to treat the bitch a lesson.
Jamie, you happy with that?
Yeah.
Debbie, so Casey, that would be a +1 roll, or plus real roll, sorry. So go for it.
9.
9, lovely stuff. So yeah, that is successful because you run some momentum back, and James Rage is now tagged in from that. So again, 2 spots here. So Jamie and Violet are kind of active competitors here. So Kira, Jamie, give us your rolls. See how we go from here, and maybe you want to do the same. 9 and can't see it there, Jamie. Sorry, I see it. It's an 8. Okay, and Amy, can you beat that?
No,
It's
I
a
can't.
5. Okay, Violet, you take it from here. So you've just been pulled down to the mat by Casey Colt, and now James Rage is into the ring. But you have a chance to respond back here. What do you want to do?
Okay, but Casey's still in the ring as well.
No, I'm out of the ring now. I've tagged in James. I'm now holding the rope.
Okay.
James is so lovingly protected this entire match.
Someone is protecting the rules.
Joke me. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So, if he's coming in, I want to go for a a drop toe into the figure four.
Figure four. Grand. Work roll. Violet. Let's see if you pull it off.
I don't.
Oh, right, Jamie. You have a chance to reverse. So she's going to go try and get you to figure four. Where do you want to go from there?
Hang on. Okay, so I'm coming in. She goes for the drop toe hold. She goes for the drop toe hold. I hold on to the top rope.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes down, but I hold on.
Yeah.
I then step over because she'd be face down and lace her right leg with my right leg, setting up an Indian deathlock.
Oh, right then. Okay, so that's a straight roll, Jamie. Let's see if you can make it work. And it's a 10, is it? Yeah. Okay. So 10 it is, and deathlock applied. So okay then. So we do it from there. So yeah, deathlock applied, and we go from there then. So Kira, give us a roll, please. See if we can get out of the Indian deathlock. Sorry, my Wi-Fi is gone again. Bear with.
10.
She's got
10. She can get you out. Perfect. Right. So that's her out of the Indian deathlock then. And this is our last spot before the finish. So just about. So again, same again, guys. Give us your 3 rolls. Let's see who wins out.
I do.
It's a 12. Okay, Jamie. Right. So same again. The perks go to you. Double momentum, double spots, or free audience. What do you want? If you want to go for, if you want momentum.
Is this the last spot of the match?
Last spot before the finish. Yeah.
Okay.
How much momentum do I have?
You have 1. Casey has 1. Violet has 5.
Okay. I don't have any audience yet.
No, you don't.
Okay.
I'd probably go with the momentum, my friend.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Or the double spot.
Double
I
spot
want
again.
Violet
choose
to
the
use.
spots
I
to give
want
you
Violet to reverse it, use all her momentum, and roll you the fuck up.
Every single tag team match. I come out, I stand on the apron, I get attacked on the apron, don't actually respond, get into the ring, get rolled up.
I know.
Yeah.
This would be
Why
the
break
4th
tradition?
tag match.
Why break tradition? Do it again.
Normally, I've already walked out on my tag team partner when this happens. So, no, we're not doing that. I actually stuck around for once.
Yeah.
So from there, I get up out of the Indian deathlock, back off. She's feeding up.
Mm-hmm.
I go to make a go at her so that the referee gets between us. As she's climbing the ropes, Casey clocks her. She turns around, I catch her in the guillotine, and I spend my 1 momentum on the guillotine.
Does he not technically have 3 momentum now because he did take 2 momentum?
To James, right? No, James only has 1 because he did a heel move earlier on, so I had to spend some to do that. Yeah.
Right.
So Jamie, this is for, I guess, the finish.
Sorry guys, I got to nip away. All right.
Okay, Cutter. All the best, mate.
It's run a bit too late for me. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, so Jamie, this is for the guillotine.
Can the match end here, or does it have to keep going?
It could end here, yeah.
What the fuck? They ask questions. I don't want to ask. I had an 11.
I think when you moved it up, you hit the FAQ.
That could have been it.
Now I have a 9. I swear it was an 11.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. 10 overall. 10 overall. So it goes to Violet Storm. Can she break out of the guillotine? It's a 9. It's good enough. If it's only a 10, it'll do. And then we get into the finish from here. So James Rage has unsuccessfully applied the guillotine to Violet Storm. Perhaps a foot in the rope, whichever way you want to do it. What would you want to do for a finish, Violet Storm? You're kind of under the cosh here at the moment.
Honestly, I don't think I'd get a win out of this, really. You know,
Again, we can. Well, yeah. So yeah, if we're going handicap rules, I obviously you're probably going to have the guillotine. Casey Colt can kind of come in here, or whichever way you want to do it, guys. What finish do you want to go for to make this work?
So, James goes for the guillotine. Fucking Violet like lifts him up, like throws him over with a back body drop. That takes him off. Casey can come out, try to go for her. Violet can throw a few strikes, probably send off the rope. Big move, big tilt whirl, backdrop, backbreaker. Set up for top rope. I can probably go for a moonsault. James Rage could come in. Then the numbers game will take advantage, and that could lead into the finish. Or then she can put them away long enough to actually score the sneaky win, like the cheeky win. So it's up
There's a
to
few
you.
options there, yeah.
Yep.
What if we win, it becomes a case of she breaks the guillotine by kind of hitting the ropes and climbing up. I let go and back off. At that point, again, the referee is like, get away from her, she's on the ropes. At that point, if we win, Casey again nails her and she falls around into the guillotine for the finish. And if she wins, I come over and she ducks. Casey clocks me. She jumps around into a schoolboy and I get rolled up thanks to Casey Colt.
You know what? They are perfect. That's really great ways of working that out. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. Interesting. So, Amy, have you any thoughts on the finish, or are you happy to go with what we have here?
Keep your newbie protected.
I'll go with. Yeah, I'll go with what they have. Has Kira used her momentum?
no,
Kira hasn't. No, she hasn't.
I'm gonna use it.
She can't use it on a defense move, though.
No,
She can use it on an offense, but not a defensive.
offense, not defense.
You got that bit.
So she can't use it. So she can't use her momentum going into this then.
No, she can't.
All right, yeah, let's go for the roll then.
Yeah,
she can.
It's a great roll, yeah. Right, and so yeah, it all comes down to this then. So whoever wins this roll wins the match. 11, 10. Jamie, what's yours?
Both of them.
10. Oh,
11
Amy,
wins
you win it for you win it for the team.
So you Pearl Harbor her again from the front while she's on the ropes.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it wouldn't actually be a Pearl Harbor this time. I think, like, at this point, she should see me waiting for her, like, going like this.
And I just can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's too much momentum going at it that literally I'll just go very Billy Gunn here. Just do the and then send you back into James.
Fair enough. Yeah. And again, we get the guillotine locked in. Again, valiant effort from Violet Storm. She's in it for a couple of seconds, but she'll tap out from there. Just doesn't want to obviously get, like, you know, what happened to Cutter, obviously. So she tapped out from there, and we get the bell ringing. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, the team of Casey Colt and James Rage. And the commentators go, well, again, it's perhaps not the match that we were expecting to see with the dismissal of Cutter. We'll try and get an update on him before the show ends, or perhaps before their next episode. But either way, a valiant effort from Violet Storm in the end, to try and fight back against two very fierce competitors. But once again, Casey Colt gets the better of Violet Storm. And for James Rage, this a successful tag team partnership. But again, it could all be different in a couple of weeks' time if the cards fall the same way in the tournament.
Interesting developments here tonight here at Future Wrestling, where we have had a number of injured wrestlers now actually been removed from the building. Starting this morning, earlier on tonight, Bobbin was actually taken to a local medical facility. Now, we have had some sources advise that Kutta is also on his way to the same medical facility. We hope to have updates for you into next week, even today. brand new developments and a breaking story here actually hasn't developed in front of us. James Rage has actually won a tag team match now. I'm unsure now if this is actually probably his first win in a tag team match. However, it does seem that for once his partner has not fled and left him high and dry, making him eat the pin. In fact, the tag team partner did actually stay outside the ring, maybe giving a slight advantage to the team. Violet Storm did give a valiant effort trying to kind of overcome the odds here on this one, but unfortunately this underdog story has ended with the dog being down. Hopefully next week we will actually be able to discuss this more with Violet. However, going into this now, I think it might be bad taste to ask her how she feels at losing this match. We do hope to see you though next week. Joining us here on Future Wrestling, I have been Nuala Hancock. This has been Mike Day, and we will see you tomorrow. Good evening and good night. Fade to black.
Yeah, good talking to you, Kayla. See you next week.
Well, if it isn't our champion in waiting, giving out sage advice now, are we in the main event?
Oh, it's you again. Don't you have anyone else to annoy, or is it just me you like it in particular?
You're half right. I like this little act you're pulling here. I've been around years. You think I haven't seen it all before?
What act would that be?
The meek and mild, humble one. Pretending to keep your head down, making good impressions so the booker gives you anything you want. Oh, little Annie's no trouble. Let's give her a little title push. You've got a nice racket between you. Decker and the midget who dresses up like animals.
His name is Alex.
Who fucking cares? All I need to know is he's fucked off and he's handed you the title.
No, he hasn't. I don't know why Alex isn't around. I guess he just needs time off. I had that title shot by merit, and Adam told me to cash in whenever I wanted to.
For fuck's sake, you're either shite at keeping secrets or you're both stupid and naive. Booker Man gives you creative control and you wait 4 months to get your title shot, just at the same time your best mate disappears. I know I'm cynical, but that shit stinks.
It's not my fault you're a paranoid bitch, and even if there was something going on, it's none of your business. You're only starting here. Maybe you should keep your head down and do your job for a change.
Ooh, look at you sticking your chest out, thinking you're all that. Girl, I've made a little princess like you end up leaving this business because they couldn't take a little bit of encouragement.
Lisa told me all about you, Kylie. You might have bullied girls in other promotions, but Adam watches this like the hawk. He'll have you out in your ear before you even get a chance.
Booker Man can't touch me because I've got Midas backing me up. Rob's got so much money behind him, he can't afford to piss him or me off, or else Booker Man loses the lot. And this dump is back doing shows in the bingo halls. And, by the way, Lisa's just a bitter cow. I was able to show Wayne a good time and she couldn't.
A good time, eh? Is that why he's blacklisted from here and any other place that gives a shit about their women? Lisa told me everything. On the balance of things, I think she got the better deal.
Better deal? The fucking remedial couldn't find his way in here with a compass. And don't worry, in Wayne will be backstage watching me win the belt and we'll be running this place by ourselves.
Really? Because I heard if Wayne shows his face around here, 4 of the boys are going to jump on him, and Adam will be one of them.
Him and the boys all brave until they realise he's with me, and I'm fucking untouchable. And just to prove that point, I'm taking that title away.
What, you think you're winning the tournament?
Bitch, I don't think I'm winning. I know I'm winning. And once I remind Booker Man just how good he has it with me on the roster, all he cares about is money. And let's face it, hon, the marks will quicker buy my shirt and before they're even going to attempt to try on one of yours.
Cute that you think you can politic with Decker. It really is.
Cute is what'll happen when I steal your spot and you're back jerking the curtain. See you next week, sweet little Annie.
Can't wait, Kylie Cuntface.
Fight back.